This is a Jack Wagon free zone. Boom. Boom. It's a Jack Wagon free zone. This is a Jack Wagon free zone. Boom. Boom. Yo, welcome to the ripple effect. OGs listen while they finish this set. Start band, get that pimple in check. Everything got dribbled and wet. People died a miserable death in the mud like a fish in the net. History ain't even correct. Free your mind from the prison they set. We're trying to get your vision correct. It's a Jack Wagon free zone. This is a Jack Wagon free zone. Boom. Boom. Bricks melt past 1080 degrees Celsius. On the show with the guy they call Steve. Ben's cool like the wind in the breeze. Earth melted and all the mud freeze. Bake you up like a kick in the knees. Live streams, we hitting the trees. God bless you like when we sneeze. What's the difference between a pyramid and a conical roof? Just listen to Jen if you want to know truth. Stick around and she'll show you some proof. And everything you learn, just shout from the roof. My name is Ray, and it's me in the booth. It's a Jack Wagon free zone. This is a Jack Wagon free zone. Boom. Boom. It's another component that was on the grid system. Big brother ain't so big now, more like my kid's sister. If you ever want to show a picture, Jen, I'll sit with you. Go make her taser happy, that taser's happy. I used to spend the days cutting class, puffing haze in my brains and grabbing. In the back of the class, Ray was napping. It's a Jack Wagon free zone. This is a Jack Wagon free zone. Boom.
Yeah, I was born blind, I could not see, thoughtless, not free. Doctors on the scene with poisonous fists, they call it the vaccine. And if you ain't asleep, you know exactly what I mean. If my mama really knew, she would breach the roof. I just hope she knows the baby only seeks the truth. I learned not to trust the system of the institute, and I feel I need to get that knowledge into you. Mama raised a truth seeker, every day making way, exposing the deceivers, trying to wake up all the sleepers. Listen for a minute and I'll make you a believer. Mama raised a truth seeker, every day making way, exposing the deceivers, trying to wake up all the sleepers. Listen for a minute and I'll make you a believer. In school I was taught lessons, a young truther asking questions, while all these other motherfuckers guessing. Elementary just wasn't meant for me. Y'all keep your fake history, the shit is not a mystery. That it's all lies, and if all lies would open wide, and see in 2020 vision be nowhere to hide. It's so clear as a clear blue sky that we never see anymore, just trails pass by. And remember the conspiracy theorist said it's a lie. They're spraying chemicals in the air, but you still deny. So how can I get you to see anything if you're blind? Like the moon landing's fake, NASA lies all the time, and government officials are just the elite puppets. I'ma probably get murdered for saying all the shit, fuck it. Tired of this world anyway, getting bleaked by the day. Sheep will keep sleeping, truth seeker, I'm away. Mama raised a truth seeker, every day making way, exposing the deceivers, trying to wake up all the sleepers. Listen for a minute and I'll make you a believer. Mama raised a truth seeker, every day making way, exposing the deceivers, trying to wake up all the sleepers. Listen for a minute and I'll make you a believer. I was cutting classes, fucking blasting, straight mapping, looking at the globe laughing. Yo, we see way too far. I was cutting classes, fucking blasting, straight mapping, looking at the globe laughing. Yo, all of that. pictures of Earth are fake. They're all fake. Yeah, I was cutting classes, fucking blasting, straight mapping, looking at the globe laughing. We can't get to the moon today, never mind 60 years ago. Every day making way, exposing the deceivers, trying to wake up all the sleepers. Listen for a minute and I'll make you a believer. Mama raised a truth seeker. Every day making way, exposing the deceivers, trying to wake up all the sleepers.
I'm on the next level, yeah, I know you heard about it. You know I'm about it, and don't you ever doubt it. I'm incomparable, that's why they stare and look. Turn up the stereo, check it out, check it out, check it out. I'm not just like a sauna, New York to California. You ain't seen nothing like this. Nobody do it like this. I'm on the next level, next level, on the next level. They all trying to catch up to my next level, next level, on the next level. Check it out, check it out, check it out. La 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 la, la 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 la, la 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 la. La 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 la. You like that old school back in the music? That shit is old news. I'm popping through the ceiling. That's my motto. That's my motto. I lead, they follow. I'm about to break it down. Watch me while I work it. I'm not just like a sauna. New York to California. Too hot, too hot. You ain't seen nothing like this. Nobody do it like this. I'm on the next level, next level, on the next level. They all trying to catch up to my next level, next level, on the next level. Check it out, check it out, check it out.
Hey everybody, welcome to the show. I have Shapu here with me tonight. Hey Shapu, you're muted. One day. The last time you weren't muted.
No,
Last show.
Hi, Jen.
Hi.
Didn't think
Oh
about
my goodness.
it.
We were having a big conversation backstage before we started the show, guys. We were talking about all this craziness going on and the attack on Meltology and people calling us crazy. You know, it's always coming. It's always going to be coming. Now it's the clinker bricks. Everybody's all stuck on clinker bricks and geopolymer stuff. But what I want to stress about that is if you look at clinker bricks and the historical narrative, that's exactly what you're going by, is a historical narrative that is put out, I feel, to cover up the truth. And it's not that there was a race of people like the slaves or the black people or anything. There was a reset that took place in the not so distant past. There's evidence for heat damage across the plain. These things that we call mountains and gorges and valleys and hills and stuff are not natural formations. They were actually once cities, buildings built to the heavens that under extreme heat have melted down. And sure, these buildings had many different materials that made them up. Just like our buildings today are comprised of brick, of cement, of different types of coatings and exteriors and interiors of buildings and stuff. with technology built all through it and everything. The old world had the same thing. And I just want to make sure that everybody realizes when you look at another channel, and I'm not going to mention any names, but you have to question the historical narratives. And Shapu has some thoughts on these clinker bricks as well.
Yeah, because these clinker bricks, you gotta fire them up even hotter, longer in your ovens, and you can't sell them as much as regular bricks, because they're defects. It doesn't make sense, to make these clinker bricks. You loses like time in your ovens, so it's just crazy, and they've been around for so long. They've always been there, but people just kind of finding out right now about them, and they're selling them, and maybe, like you said, Jen, is to hide the X Factor event. Was an event, and they don't want you to know, so they
So they base the historical narratives around that, about hiding the truth. And we see a lot of these strange structures. Now, sure, I'm sure there's plenty of structures out there where they've repurposed brick and built it up. But to use twisted, melted brick to build your building, I mean, I'm sorry, it just doesn't make much sense. It really doesn't. At least not to me, anyway. Unless, like you said, Shapu, it's some kind of art project or some kind of artsy kind of thing or whatever like that. I don't know, but
you don't use them for structural properties.
Right. Like, let's make a bridge out of clinker bricks. Tinker Toys. Yeah, Bray, I know you were saying it the other day. I hope you're feeling better. I'm not sure what was going on with you. I guess you were a little down or not feeling well the other day. So I hope you're feeling better. And so we got Marcus Aurelius here with us. Surprise guest tonight with us. What's up, Mark?
What's happening, guys? What's up, Jen, Shapu? Thanks for having me, Jen.
Absolutely. I had to have you on with us. We're talking about melted Alabama, and you are like the king of melted Alabama right now.
I know I first saw you post that, what was that, Friday or Thursday or Friday, and then that was Wednesday, wasn't it?
Yeah, I had to change it. Yeah. I had tooth infection, and I had an abscess, and this whole side of my face was like swollen out to here. I couldn't even talk right. It was terrible.
I was like, wow, okay, melted Alabama. I got to get in for at least 10 minutes just to hang out.
Absolutely. So you can stay for a little bit longer than 10 minutes, right?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I got 30, 45 minutes. Got my timer on, got to cook something. So.
Okay. All right, good. Well, since we don't have you very long, I was thinking, maybe we could start. Let me ask you this. Have you heard about these clinker bricks and all this geopolymer talk that's going on?
Yeah.
So what do you think about all this?
The geopolymer thing is just, that first came up when I saw it, I don't know, a few months ago. I just heard it on a video, and I don't believe in that at all as far as the geopolymer thing. And
geopolymers are the same thing as bricks,
Right. It's just mixing what they're trying to describe, but not melted brick. But it's melted brick, and the clinker thing. I've been trying to get in here, moving router and stuff. I didn't hear you, Shapu, talking about the clinker bricks, but yeah, it's just they have, to me, they have burnt bricks that they do now, turn black or whatever, and they call them maybe clinker bricks. And then the X Factor, that's where they got them from, as far as looking at it as far as electrical heat and damaged. When you see the black brick in these old world buildings, I mean, it's just X Factor. So
it seems to me they're trying to diminish the fact that there was an X Factor event. Yeah. By oh, look, it's just clinker bricks. I'm sorry, your clinker bricks don't explain away the melted realm that is around us.
Exactly. it's
There's
all a
just-
cover up. Everything.
Yeah, and besides that, the clinker brick narrative is a historical narrative that's put out there to cover their tracks on these melted bricks, and why we're seeing them everywhere. Oh, the clinker brick era. You know, are you kidding me?
Yeah,
Oh
they
my
try to reproduce them, but they cannot do the exact same thing. They can kind of replicate like the X Factor, but it's not the same thing. You can see them when they show you like clinkers.
Yeah, first bricks couldn't melt, right? That was the whole big thing. And then it's like, okay, well, bricks can melt, but now, you know, oh, look, they were just damaged bricks from the kiln, and they threw them up in these houses and buildings and churches and stuff. That's all you're seeing. It's like, what the fuck is wrong with you people?
Yeah, they just scrounge around and grab, you know, granite and then clinker bricks or whatever scattered about and then make a building. Yeah, okay.
Exactly. All right, so let me see here. We were going to start off with the folder that Shapu has that I wanted to go over, but I don't want to take away from the time that you have to spend with us. So do you want to get into some of your stuff that you have for Alabama while you're here with us, since you only have about 30 minutes maybe?
Sure, I can do that. Where do you want me to get?
I don't care what you got. Everything and all things Alabama on your channel. Just pick something.
All right.
And we'll screen share it.
You want me to do the most recent, or I can go way back? I don't know. Let's see.
Well, you probably have shown your recent stuff recently. Maybe we'll go back a little ways for some people who haven't, you know, maybe gone through your channel or whatever. Let's see here.
No airships tonight, Johnny Cool. It's about Alabama.
Yeah.
I've seen you in chats talking about airships.
We're going to be going through every state. Each show is going to be another state, and each person that I know from each state, I'm going to try to have on, like Bill Miller Flip. He's from Nebraska, so when we do Nebraska, I want to have him on. Or Dean, he's from Tennessee, right? So when we get to Tennessee, I want to do him. I have him on it as well. So
yeah, or Oregon. He says Oregon too, because he was like from.
Oh, right. So we could do it. Yeah, Sweet Home Alabama. That's right, Juan.
We can go Coke ovens. We can go Fort. We can go.
Let's go to the Coke ovens. Since Coke ovens have been very popular lately, John Levy's talked about it, and kudos to John Levy. He gets the whole melted building thing, unlike these other jack wagons. But yeah,
some of your best stuff, Mark, was these Coke ovens. Was just.
Oh, thank you, man. Yeah, the last time I went and got the drone out and stuff. Yeah, it's incredible place. Should I go pictures or video?
Whatever you want.
Do some pictures.
Whatever you want. It's up to you.
All right. We'll just start.
Pictures we can zoom in and talk about.
Yeah. Look at this.
Built in
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
1887. That says.
Yep. Yeah.
Okay.
It's supposedly built in 1887.
So they had rails on top of these things. Oh my God.
And it doesn't look like this is not the same place.
No.
So when I'm going through there and I go back, they only have 2 of these black and white pictures. This is one of them. This is the main one. And it's all going down this way. This is supposed to be built in 1887. And I think they abandoned it like early 1900s or something, they say.
Of course.
The weather and all that, it's not going to make it look like what I'm about to show you. It's not the same place. And you can see here, they whatever this place was, they've altered it maybe or somewhere else, but you got the block and then it's all brick, but it's definitely not the same place.
Yeah, they just slap a black and white photo on it and say that this is that location and give it the historical narrative.
Yeah, and John, like you said, John Levy showed like something similar to that, because he showed like what he found around this place, and then you look at the black and white pictures. They say that's the same place, but it's totally not the same place.
Right.
Yeah. I'm finding that more and more, especially when you do personal boots and you really look into it, and it's like, wait a minute, this isn't the same fucking place.
Yeah.
So, yeah, just and so you have all these big blocks they supposedly carved out or whatever and bore holed and then moved them here, and then you have infinite brick down to the left, rows and rows. There's supposed to be over 450 of these things. And they didn't, it says, the narrative says they didn't use half of them. It's just backup. But here, these lines that you see, it's just a brick. It's just the brick lines. I didn't put all this stuff here, but and you can see the brick.
Oh, yeah.
Pressure. Thin layer here. It's just the front of this park. They call it park. The rest is all brick, basically. I mean, you'll have these ballooned up boulders, rocks throughout, but it's the front and the back, each end is kind of like this. It's a different heat damage.
Oh, this is inside it now, right?
Yeah, this is one of the 450 something, and they're all different. But the dripping, so-called stalactites forming.
And you found this when the people was talking about bricks couldn't melt, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know. Yeah, y'all were talking about that right before I popped in, and I'm like, yeah, man, it's like, what, 8 months ago or something. Bricks can't melt.
Yeah, they say bricks can't melt. Now they're like, oh yeah, bricks can melt, but they were too close to the oven and they melted. But people came in and bought these things and built other places with this mucked up brick.
Exactly. They just keep changing the story to where they can't explain what we're showing, what all of us are showing. So.
And these are all busted open in the front, just like in John Levy's video. So whatever was enclosing all this stuff is. I mean, isn't it amazing that your coke ovens look just like John Levy's?
Yeah, yes, and when when I went to these or this particular spot, I was always like, man, I looked at where John Levy went on his boots recently, and then he did one, and I was like, holy shit, I gotta watch that one, and it was incredible, and it's the same stuff,
same exact stuff.
Yeah, same thing, a little different narrative, but it's just cooked more out there. And to me, you don't really know what these were. They weren't what they say they were. But it's just archway after archway, and the point too is on top. You see the black and whites, and okay, where's all this coming from? Where's all this supposed dirt and then mixed in brick? Why is it on top? It wasn't on top.
Look at that.
In the picture. Yeah.
Wow. That's melted.
Okay.
And there's no like burning, like or like fire scorch marks. This is melted, guys. This is just they weren't cooking any coal in here.
Yeah, there's no residue or what tarring effect, whatever. They're all different colors in every one of them. But where's the fire? Where's the blackening? As you were saying, Jen, it's just total BS.
Just keep that the picture, Mark. I just want to show us something really fast, Jen.
Okay.
Did you say go back to this pic, Shabbat?
Yeah, stay on that picture. Shabu's going to show something to compare with that with in just a second. Here we go.
Okay.
All right, let's see.
These are spider webs, by the way. Going these lines.
Nope. I just zoomed in just to. So this is supposed to. It's loading. Sorry.
That's okay. There it goes. You're good. You see it yet?
Yeah.
There you go.
So this is like supposed to be a natural, but no, this event look look how it's melted exactly like inside of these coke ovens.
Oh yes,
They're
exactly.
not toast.
Okay.
You know?
Now I'm looking on my phone. It just came back. Wow.
Yeah, that looks identical to what Mark just had up, which
Yeah. But that's outside. It's like a big giant wall of cooked bricks.
Yeah. It's just a slightly different stage of the.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
All
I
right,
just want to show
I'm
the
gonna click back on
comparison.
Mark's. That was good comparison, Chico.
You can always count on Chapu to just bring something up quick like
I
that.
know it. That's why I love doing shows with
I
them.
love him. Yeah.
So I've been in the scouts, you know. So that's motto.
Different colors. This is all blocking up. This is all brick. It's all the same thing.
Absolutely.
No scorching. No
Now,
blackening.
this is located in what part of Alabama?
It is. Let me give you the exact name. Trying to think of the non-existent city, basically. It's if you're at Birmingham, if you're looking at Birmingham, Alabama, in Alabama, and you go south about an hour, pretty much, kind of more west, but I can. By the end of this, I'll know the actual location as far as the name.
Okay, so but it's south of Birmingham.
Yeah, it's about an hour south of Birmingham,
Okay.
in the middle of nowhere.
Just like John Levy's, in the middle of nowhere.
I mean, it's literally 15 miles anywhere to get to anything. They have a little town there about a mile past this, and there's like one gas station. All the old world buildings there's nothing in them. There's maybe two that are open for business, and that's it. There's nothing. So, but here, this is brick. Okay, it's obvious brick, and then it changes to this, and you go up, and you're starting to get the clay look and stuff, and I peeled off some of this stuff too, and it's just cooked brick, all of it.
I just read RT's comment. I'm trying to figure out what he's talking about. He said, "Indeed, Melanie, I've just given up on fixing the phonic problem here because I love Jen so much." I'm not sure what you mean by that. Does that mean like I'm louder than everybody else or something when I talk?
Maybe.
I'm not sure. I'm sorry. I'm Italian. I kind of talk really loud.
Yeah, and I talk really low.
I'll try to lower my voice. Yeah, coconut oil. I've been using coconut oil. I didn't have any pain during this infection, so that's a plus. But I had an abscess. It was really swollen. I got to go get this tooth out tomorrow at 7:30 in the morning. So there's that.
I think your volume is perfect, Jen.
Okay.
Actually, from this end, here's just more covered up. See, they're all different too. You're just going to abandon this place and
Levi. I always say John Levy.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's Levi, like Levi jeans. I'm sorry. Yeah, I do that a lot. It annoys people, but I also say wooder, not water either, because I'm from Philly. It's wooder. Wooder. Wooder.
But in French, here I got my friend lives on the street near here. It's called Levy, and it's written the same as John. So.
Oh, I gotcha. Well, see, there you go. Levi jeans. Yeah, I gotcha, Johnny Cool. I'll work on this, okay? I promise, guys. Thank you, Carrie. Good luck on my teeth getting pulled. Yeah. Yeah, what are you going to do? They're like, root canal. I'm like, nah, just pull it.
I just sent you a picture, Mark, that I found searching for Alabama stuff. I don't know if it's the place that you've already been, but look at it when you got time.
Oh yeah, did you send it to me? Or?
Yes.
Okay, today.
You're right. To
just now. Okay. Oh yeah, there it is. Yeah, I'll check it out, man. Appreciate it.
Okay, and also I want you to go back 2 or 3 pictures where you were showing the holes in the ground with the trees. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, go back up one more. There you go. Look at these guys. Wow. You got all this foliage and trees that have grown over everything, and it's just.
Yeah, and they're all different. Why are they all different? They shouldn't be. Why is some more pushed down and buried, and we would call melted more, but that it's just been sitting there supposedly.
Yeah. And if it's supposed to be like the picture you just showed, it's nothing like it.
Yeah, that is their black and white picture to this place. That's the main pick, and it's not the same place if they're going with that narrative.
Yeah, I got a bottle of whiskey, Johnny. I have that. I have a bottle of Seagram 7 whiskey here, and that always comes in handy every once in a while.
Heck yeah. Here's just it's turning to clay. It's all this stuff up here. It's just more burnt out brick.
That's
and
right.
It's almost totally buried. You just have.
And there is red clay all over Alabama, just saying. And there's little bricklets all over my backyard. In my yard where there's little stones and pebbles everywhere, they're all little red bricklets.
Yeah, it's terrible. When it rains, don't walk in your tennis shoes through the red clay. It will never come off. What they call boreholes. It's just the brick lines. Change to that. Blocked up. And this is in the middle, like walking. You can see all this brick at the beginning of the end, like I was showing. You had those blocks, and then they're just scattered while you're walking and going into all these 450 something coke ovens, but just the rainbow of colors of the heat. It's cracking.
What they were doing with these things for real. Look at that. It's all bubbled up.
Yeah. It's just right out in front of one of them. It's all bubbled up. You got this piece right behind it. It looks nothing like it. It's probably a part of it.
It's got those little wavy lines in it, like, mini pickaxe marks.
Yeah.
Some little people pickaxing these little things out. Look at that. It's all just dripping down the wall.
Dripping.
But see, you can see how you can still make out the brick layers. You can still make out the lines.
Yep.
Yep.
Drippy. And I'll run through these. I want to get to the video too.
That one looks a lot like the one that John Levy had saw, but there was more open at the bottom base of it on his, but it's identical. And they all have that circular dome thing in the center, like that little thing there. His had that too.
Yeah. And some are more complete domey, and then some are just, this is gone right here, and all this is melted. Again, you can't explain that, why that happens.
Do you know how old this structure is? Does it have a historical narrative date on it?
Yeah, well, it said built in, what was it,
1887, I think it was. Yeah.
That's when they supposedly built it. With all this, with all those bricks, why didn't you just keep building with brick?
Exactly. And then, of course, they shut it down within a few years in the early 1900s. 1887 to the early 1900s, they closed it down. Just like the narrative for all these other buildings. They build it up, and then less than 10 years later, they're tearing it down, or it caught fire, or whatever.
Yeah, they just abandoned this. And right here, you see this trail, one of the trails going between the coke ovens on the left and right, and then they have more of these to the right of it, but there's supposed to be trains going through here.
Mm-hmm.
Like, whatever, man.
But they don't need these blocks if they got all these bricks,
Yeah. And this is like
out in the middle of nowhere with train tracks going where? You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, where are they going?
There's nothing for 15 miles now on any direction. So where are you going?
Yeah, don't eat yellow snow. Everybody who lives up north knows that. Oh, look at this. Nothing to see here, guys.
No. There's a coke oven supposed right beside this, and this is only one I've seen that was straight up with the brick here, right, connected to the supposed coke oven, but you got the blocked up brick on top.
Yeah, they just grabbed a clinker brick and threw it in there.
Yeah, we're just going to put this right here and get a couple donkeys and
look. I want to look. Where's this? Here it is. Here, Johnny Cool says that's the big question. Though you can't believe the historians, and this is true. This is what we're finding out more and more. Once you realize you're on flat Earth, you got to let go of the globe. You got to let go of space. You got to let go of all the space sciences, and then volcanology, which is based on the globe model with a molten core. You got to let all that go. Then you got to realize you got to let all these other historical narratives go, because they've been lying to us from top to bottom all the way around. I mean, if they're going to lie to you about what you're on, do you think they're going to tell you the true age of what you're on and all these locations and what all this stuff is? No, they're not.
No, and you can't flip-flop to, oh, they don't know what they're saying, to, oh, okay, yes, they know what they're saying, like some do.
Yeah, like there are people who make awesome videos on other channels about certain topics and destroy the narrative, but then when the narrative suits them, like clinker bricks or whatever, then it's like, oh, let's run with this narrative. You got to throw all this shit out. That's just the way I feel about it. Is they're going to lie to you about one thing, they're going to lie to you about everything, and the one big thing they're lying about is where you're living.
Number one, yep, where you're living.
And sedimentary layers and geology and all this other bullshit.
Here are your sedimentary layers. Here's one layer.
Another
layer.
Bricks came from the sky. Oh shit!
The sky is falling.
See, right behind the bricks. This is more brick, but this is what it's changing into.
I had a friend over earlier, and we kind of started talking about flat Earth, and he is not a flat earther. As a matter of fact, he loves space. So right away, he gets real quiet and starts giving me that stink eye look like I'm crazy. And I'm like, look, I said, does the news lie to you? He said, yeah. I said, does the government lie to you? He says, yeah. I said, then why do you think they're telling the truth about anything else if they're lying to you about all this other stuff?
Mm-hmm.
How do you rationalize that? I don't get it.
I don't either. Once you see a positive lie through mainstream, why would you think they're telling the truth about anything else? So.
All right, RT, I'll see you later. Thank you for stopping in. Definitely watch the whole show later. It's going to be really good.
Here's your brick back here, supposed coke oven, a little wonky. It's melting down. And then right below it, here's your slaty sedimentary lines. You can even see the brick lines down here. You can see it very on the outside, just a shell. This whole thing is blocked up. And you got your supposed boreholes.
There's your sedimentary layers too. I mean, like you were just pointing up top here. The way it's squished down and flattened out, they all run into each other. They call them sedimentary layers, but if these are just squished out brick.
Sedimentary layers that go straight into brick.
Right. Wow.
It's another wall with the moss and scavengers going on it.
You take this wall and plop it in the middle of a forest somewhere with nothing else around it, they'll just say it's a natural structure.
Yeah. Yeah. If they weren't so blocked up like this, it'd just be natural. A little natural hole here.
But I will say one thing about the video that I watched recently is that the person, and now see, I don't watch a lot of these superhero movies and all this junk and stuff. I just don't like that. But there was a Spider-Man and Dr. Who or whatever his name is had a movie together. And in the movie, this recent movie, they talk about the cities turning to stone. Doctor Strange. Thanks, honey. And they try to graphically show it in the movie. I actually have a screenshot of it. I'll send it. I think I might have sent it to you, Chapu.
Yeah.
But they show the buildings turning to stone, which alludes more to the fact of everything that we've been saying, that these buildings, these mountains that you see were actually buildings. But in the movie, they're showing the buildings turning to stone, right?
Yeah.
All right. So I'm going to send it to you, Chapu, and I'll let you pull it up as Mark's showing this.
Or the video, the picture.
Yeah, the scenes from Spider-Man thingy here. There we go. It's 3 pictures. Because you know how we were talking about doing an animation of a building melting down? Here they're showing the building turning to stone, but getting like eaten up into stone.
Yeah.
Wow, look at that melted brick.
Yeah, just laying around. Just laying around. Almost, you can see the little pieces in it, maybe crystallizing here. All these little pieces here.
Yep. And I understand that, Johnny Cool, that it's not easy to comprehend at first. I mean, for us, it's second nature. I don't see how people can't see it, but I can try to be empathetic and try to take my time and show people. I even have clear pictures of a wall made of brick, and the top layer of brick is going slate. I mean, you wouldn't build a brick wall and then throw some slate up in there. You know what I mean? It was all uniformed in one thing at one time, but the brick went slate.
Yep.
People need to learn different levels of heat damage. That's what's going on here. People don't fully understand that. In one wall, you can have 3, 4, 5 different levels of heat damage. Wow.
And it's not totally circular here. It's pushing in.
Yeah, it's getting worked out.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can see that they're fused together because there's no mortar and they don't fall down, you know.
Yeah.
Look at this big block. It's like just floating there. But you try to pull out some, it's all fused together.
Yep. Yeah, you're not moving any of this stuff.
No.
A jackhammer, maybe. And this is another layer. That's a close-up shot of right behind the brick in front and what the brick's doing right behind it, blocking up.
Exactly, yes. There's layers upon layers of brick, and sometimes we're seeing the outer layer all damaged, and you get this little pocket that opens up, and you can see inside, and the brick still looks pretty good.
Yeah.
And I don't deny that they had coatings over everything. We know that the old world was made of brick, and most of it was whitewashed with some kind of coating over it, whether it's an insulator type of material. I don't know. What do you think, Chapeau?
When they do like new ceramic bowls and things to make this kind of coating, like shiny and stuff, it's called like salt coating. They like burn salt in the ovens, and it makes like a shiny coating on top. You know, and here they obviously didn't use salt.
Yeah.
They use like brick ash, you know. So.
I took pottery in high school.
Yeah, exactly.
And I remember that the coating and stuff, and the make it glossy.
Yeah.
But with heat.
Yeah. But we did a show and showing that salt just is brick ash, you know. When we did Sodom and Gomorrah one, with it's all the salty water. It's the biggest salt lake there. And
the Dead Sea.
Yeah, the Dead Sea. Yeah.
Yes.
And it's all salt, and we said that it was brick ash because it is.
Salt and asphalt.
Yes, asphalt. Yeah, that's what they called it. Yeah. Ash.
This looks like.
Yeah.
Sorry, go ahead.
No, it was that asphalt. Yeah, you know.
Asphalt.
So,
yeah. This
Asphalt.
looks like the interior of the Icelandic volcano right here. Like if I didn't know any better, I'd say we were in the Icelandic volcano right now.
Yeah, especially without this top part. and you have all this stuff down here. You look like you're in a volcano, supposed. Yeah.
Yep. Why are we all sniffing glue? There's better drugs out there. It's called, we just make fun because somebody said that we were all glue sniffers and a little retarded as well. And probably couldn't survive a shower if we tried.
Yeah. Just cooked brick. I think I'm almost through these picks. I'm good. But
is that a metal rod coming out of there?
Yeah, this is iron right
Yeah,
here.
that's like a railroad spike.
It does.
Yeah, it's sticking out of this just huge boulder. It's the only one I saw as far as the iron sticking out of somewhere here, but
I used to collect them. I probably have like 20 something of them railroad spikes.
Yeah. Yeah, this was really incredible when I saw it. Just the outer layering here too.
Yeah.
It looks melted on top too, the metal.
Oh yeah.
It's got that rigid look to it. Look at that melt
coming out of the brick. It's really simple and easy to see.
Look at that. Wow.
You can see like how the slate is forming, you know.
Yep.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
you can see those sedimentary lines.
You also did a long time ago, didn't you do those oh God, what were they called? Where they used to make the gunpowder and stuff? What were those things? They're in Alabama. That you did them a long time ago. Those tall things. It's called, they used them during the Civil War or something. Furnace? Some kind of furnace?
Oh, the furnaces, yeah.
Yeah, the furnaces. Okay.
Yeah,
You have those too. They're really good.
Yeah, I've been to 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah, I think that's the picture I sent you. Some kind of furnace of.
Yeah, furnace. Yeah, one will be all brick, one will be half brick, half big block, one will be all big block with some mixed brick, and they're all supposed to be built in the same time period. I'm like, why are they so many different, variations of it?
And didn't they have they were thick with brick too, layer after layer after layer after layer of brick. I remember you showing it.
Yeah, the one that I went to was all brick, and it was, I mean, some of it was 20 feet that you could see brick. And I'm like, what's the purpose of that?
Look at that. Oh my gosh. Is that volcanic rock?
Yeah,
is that volcano here?
Yeah. The volcano made this down here, but it somehow connected the brick to it.
You know, I've said it many times. I've got the same rocks here, and there's no volcano around this place.
Yeah.
Hey, Young Love's in the house. What's up, girl? Glad to see you here. Welcome.
What's happening, Young Love? I think that's it. Let me go, if you don't mind, Jen. I'll go to the video and just kind of skip through it a little bit.
Yeah, absolutely.
I just love the. Now I got to find it. Okay, I'll have to turn it down right when I pull it up. Okay. Let's go to the volume here. What's that? All right. I just want to go really where some of this.
There's a good example right there of slate, the brick going slate.
All right, I'm gonna turn
it. A new person in the chat just says slags. Yeah, we know. You can call it slag, but we know what it is.
Get those little crushed out brick.
Is that coming in clear?
Yeah.
Well, not fuzzy now, but yeah.
No, it looks good.
Okay.
Look at these slates. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just. I might turn this up just so I'm explaining it a little bit. Scavengers are eating it up.
these blocks turn to slag, but before they were blocks, they were bricks.
Yeah.
Not slag, but
And why are you building supposedly with these big blocks? And then it's just infinite brick.
yeah.
Where'd they get all this brick from in the middle of fucking bumfuck nowhere to make this place?
Exactly. I mean, if you look at that, oh wow, sorry, you're not seeing. Mishandled that. Turn. Sorry, guys. All right.
But these oven, they say that they were used to smelt iron.
Why are you building supposedly? Yeah. And then I just recently did some magnet stuff to bricks, and and then all I'm thinking about is, okay, oh, that's iron ore. Why is supposed iron ore it takes 1.8 billion years to make to the narrative? I just looked it up today. Why is it connected to the brick? I'm not saying the ones I showed were supposed iron ore, but that's what they say. Iron ore takes 1.8 billion years to form. So, but here,
They might as well say 1.8 billion light years away.
right, light years.
Yeah.
I'm trying to get it but here, I'm trying to get a clear shot. Let's see. I'm just showing that all this on top of it is just the melted brick. Yeah. Now it's clay. And there's just like the black and white I showed. Okay, why does all this look like this? And on top, there's nothing supposed to be on top. There's no trees. There's nothing. And then all of a sudden it looks like this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. This is really good evidence.
Thank you. Yeah, when I think I do it right here. Well, in just a minute, I peel apart right above the brick, and it's just brick ash underneath it. It's so obvious, but only when you kind of know, because it's so right here. I mean, okay, so I'm peeling this part. This is all brick. And I'm peeling apart the layer, and all the inside's cooked, and you're just seeing brick ash.
Mm-hmm. Or what other people would call clay or sand.
Which is what you make brick out of. It's just disintegrating back to its natural state.
It comes back to the question I always ask, which came first? The brick or the clay or the sand, So.
Yeah. Big clue, most abundant element on Earth, clay. Well, because it's all brick, mostly.
Yeah.
Let's see. I'm going to pause this right here. So, the top, this is all on top of this. It's transitioning. You can see it. This is the brick, and it's just got hotter here, and it's all connected. There's no reason you would do any of this, and all of them are they're not the same. They're all different heat damaged.
And you can call this like sedimentary layers because they're all like spaces between them, So
exactly.
Wow. I got to go to this site and check it out with you. Fall's coming, so maybe we can go out there, Mark. Look at that.
The only time we can go is February or January and February. The bugs are so bad there. The first time I went was fall. It was a hot day, but the bugs are unbelievable. They hide in these no-see-ums or whatever.
Oh God, yeah, no-see-ums. I can't stand those things.
Yeah. So I'm like, okay, it's got to be January, February.
All right, we'll do it. Wow.
Yeah, I could, and a reason too I want to go then is there's so much more to explore here, and it's just so thick of foliage. So I
Well,
know.
we're gonna have to.
And you both have like a pickaxe, like hammer pick.
Yep, hammer chisels. I got one right here. Mine's
Yeah.
ready to go. It's a virgin. I can't wait to use it.
Mark got
Where'd you
one.
buy yours, Jen?
Oh, my husband ordered them offline, not from
Okay.
Amazon.
I went
It's
Home
hard-
Depot.
Yeah, they don't have them.
Yeah, no, they don't. I got the wrong one, but it's kind of working. But I got to get a different one.
I got two. One with a flat handle, flat on the one side, and then the other one's pointy. So I got two different ones. Wow.
Let's see. And these are just, some are buried and some aren't.
Look
And
at that.
just to look at this side by side, okay, you got this archway. Now this is a little pushed in, wonky, and then you got your sedimentary lines, and then the straight up and down going beneath. But all this is melted out. This looked totally different than what it looks now, and then they confuse you with the narrative.
Yes, Karos, you encouraged me and inspired me to order one of these things. So thank you.
I'm curious what's happening, man. Yeah, he inspired me to do the magnet thing recently.
Yes.
He talked about it in his last video, but I don't think he did it. And then I was like, oh, I'm going to get a magnet. And wow, I was like, oh, here's a whole nother level. But you can see a little archway here. It could have been piping, whatever. And some of these have dripping water coming out of them.
Really?
Even, yeah, there's nothing up here, but they're dripping. And when I went the last time, it hadn't rained in weeks, or a couple of weeks, whatever. And why is it dripping? It's just the irrigation barely still going through whatever these are, I think.
Right.
It's not in all of them, just a few.
So people come upon these things, they give them a historical narrative. They're coke ovens for whatever purpose, way back in the day, and just nothing to see here, move on.
Yeah, put a plaque on it.
Yep, slap a plaque on it and call it a day. Water system hype.
Great.
Not sure what you mean by that, but a lot of these places, the plumbing is still working and the water's flowing. It's trying to find the path of least resistance to get out of wherever it's at. Like I showed you in the Grand Canyon, guys, there was water coming right out of the wall. Okay. There was nothing above it, but more wall. Look at that cooked out brick.
Yeah. You can see the different.
It's a clinker.
Yeah. Almost a clinker brick. But the different heat, you can see it with the scarring on the black. It's just, you can tell it's electrical intense heat. Just in this one brick.
Yes, Karos, I would have to say you are quite the meltologist. I appreciate your videos and your research and your work. Thank you.
Yeah, everybody's research is so good, especially now.
And once you see it and you know what you're looking at, you can't unsee this stuff, whether it's made of something else. And I know these buildings had technology built into them. The buildings were the architecture. The buildings are components on the grid system, and they had many different building materials within them. But the base of it all is brick.
Yeah, and the base is all cooked, like brittle. It's like almost sand. And Keros just showed him when he hit the bricks, it just breaks and you can see inside. It's crazy.
Yeah, he has some bricks that he didn't know. It's like, give me your opinion. Oh, it's one of his last videos, and wow. I mean, it looks like something I've never seen. You can tell it's brick, and then inside it's just like something else is in it.
Yeah.
Almost through this, just a couple more, and I'll get out of here. Oh, I want to go back. to
Yeah, you can really see it. Look at that.
Melted as fuck.
It's not a clear shot. Here's the brick lines. You can barely see going through here. And just shininess here too, just like a chocolate factory up here.
Yeah.
It goes to red.
That's that viscosity. When it gets viscous like that, it gets that shine on it.
Yeah.
Like what we were talking about, the glazing effect.
I had a comparison with the brownie. Someone just baked some brownies and it looks just like this.
Yep. Pot of
And what
brownies.
do you bake with? Heat.
Yeah.
Heat.
Yep.
Wow. This actually looks kind of Pompeii-ish in a way.
Look at this yellow.
Wow.
That it's right underneath this glassy surface of the red brick.
Yeah.
You've got this yellow.
Could it be turning to sulfur? Something. I don't know.
Yeah, possibly. You can see it back here. It goes all the way down here. It's right past it. There's just layers of brick.
Yes, Steve, they're melted components on a fried grid system. You got that right. If anybody doesn't know or ever seen a circuit board or a motherboard melt down, all the components do not melt down at once in the same mannerism. You have some components that melt down more than others. Some completely melt down. You can't even make out what it was. Some are half melted. Some look perfectly fine. They're just Baroque and don't work anymore.
Baroque. Yep.
Yeah. Could look up Baroque architecture. They call it Baroque for a reason because it's broke.
Yep.
Wow. Some more volcanic rock.
Yep. I took that one home with me.
Nice.
Let's see.
Look at that.
I'll just go to towards the end.
I just saw brick truth. Is it Leanne?
Oh, yeah. Leanne, what's happening?
Oh, yeah.
Hey, Brick Truth. What's up?
Just going in close to this shot, and then I'll end it. You can see the brick transitioning. These are huge blocks that were the brick, and you can see the different layers here, and that transitions back to the brick to the left. But you can even see the brick here. Looks like the mortar line, but it's just barely left over brick.
ID.
Brick Love.
Brick love.
Hey, Fervent Heat. What's going on?
What's up, Dino?
We're
And
doing the melted states of America. Alabama's number one. Wait till we get to Arizona, guys. I have a bunch of cool stuff for Arizona.
oh, I bet. Cobblestone going, looks like on top of here. This is one of the two I think I've seen.
Yeah, let's just pause right now. Since you mentioned cobblestone, look at all these regular old janky rocks laying on the floor. These were all brick. Okay, you can still even make out some of the brick. You go out in your backyard, you're going to find this same janky rock. Okay, people are like, oh, how does a rock from my yard? How is that a brick? Look, there's evidence of it right here. The brick is going and turning into cooked out rock, what we call regular rock today.
Yeah, and the bottom's all cooked out. This is about a foot up, and it's a layer. It goes all the way around. Let's see. Yeah,
56 people here. Nice.
all these little pieces, cobblestoning, looks like on top. Started to, but didn't fully go.
Yeah, Natalie, I would like to do countries after I do the states. Sure, that's a good idea.
We've got a lot of shows on our end.
Yeah. Yeah, a lot of good stuff coming our way. So, Shapu, I sent you those pictures. There's 3 pictures. It's a clip from the movie, this Doctor
Spider-Man. Yep.
Strange and Spider-Man, where they talk about the cities turning to stone, which is kind of like alluding to the fact of what we say is that these mountains are melted buildings, that the mountains are and were buildings at one time. And it's funny that you see this kind of truth in movies. Okay, so here's one of the pictures where you see the building is turning to stone, which at the end of it all, once it turns to stone, it's going to look like what it looks like in the background there, the Grand fucking Canyon, okay? This grand city turning to stone, they're going to call it the Grand Canyon.
When you see the movie, it's you can see it creeping up this building. Yeah,
absolutely. And there's another shot of it. But again, in the background, you can see the rest of the city, but below it, everything's already turned to rock, and it's got that Grand Canyon look to it. Is this truth in movies? I'd have to say yes, it is.
yeah.
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 Imagine that.
Yeah, because look down lower. It looks all like the Grand Canyon. So that was all part of whatever city's going on there and stuff. So they're kind of showing in a different type of way. Of course, they're not showing the extreme heat event, and they're showing modern buildings. But it's the same concept pretty much. Yeah. Yeah, Juan, I agree. So there's the scene there.
Yeah.
You can see all the buildings. And I don't know what this is up top here. It's like the, I don't know, the flipped over of the world or something.
Yeah, they're folding up like the world. It's like
right.
The multiverse.
But the point is that when everything's turned into stone, it has that look to it, like what we see today, which we call natural formations. But here they're even showing you in the movie, they're buildings. Or at least they were before they turned to stone.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah, this is nice. And I send you this one, this big block, but you can see like all the sizes of blocks. Just crazy.
Absolutely. They say these are natural formations. Don't think so. What's the other one you have? You have another one more, don't you?
This one we showed earlier, like
that's right, yeah.
Look how melted the front part of it is, and these, I don't know what this is.
Right where Shapu is showing, Jen, that their schools and houses all look just like that. The bottom part, with just all the balloon, all that. They're everywhere around here.
Yeah, and Pompeii, the houses in Pompeii look just like this too. And there's no volcano around here, guys.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
Mark, have you heard of Dismal Canyon in Alabama? Because we're going to show that in a little bit.
Dismal Canyon, what is that, northern Alabama? Or I've heard, I might have been there. I don't know.
I think it is north from where we are in Alabama.
Okay.
Dismal Canyon.
I'll know as soon as you show it.
These type of thing in Dismal Canyons.
Is this it?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay.
We have a video that we're going to play.
Okay, I haven't been here. I have not been here.
No, I definitely want to go here though and check it out.
Yeah, a lot of things. That they registered the landmark in 1975. So
that's a good year. I was born.
I'm 5 years older than you, Mark.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
And you can see like all these structures is just crazy.
Yeah, look at that right angle. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and all this they say is natural, guys.
Yeah.
But it's not. It's just not. Melted brick layers. They call them sedimentary layers.
And they're like big. They have done like some kind of a dam over this place, but look at this block here. This place is really nice. Melted everywhere.
Oh, look at that.
Alabama has a lot of fresh water running through it. I gotta say, Alabama is just full of rivers and creeks, all freshwater. At some point, we have to ask ourselves, where's all this fresh water coming from, guys?
I think it's
coming out of the top of a mountain.
I think it's one of the number one states that has fresh water running through it.
Yeah.
Like we have. Yeah.
But my place that I
look at that.
found really interesting in Alabama was what is it called? I'll come back to this.
Oh, the bridge, the
Never Sink Pit. Did you ever heard about the Never Sink Pit?
Yes. You have to have a permit or whatever to go down it.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Okay.
it's I can't remember how many feet it's down, but it's this huge hole. It's northern Alabama.
Yeah, there it is.
There it is. Yep.
Wow.
Yeah, that's an freaking Bama.
Yeah, exactly.
In Bama.
Yeah.
Look at this size of this thing, man.
It's a multi-level melted building.
Yeah.
And I just showed you
There
guys.
is an underground river here, Johnny Cool, and I can tell you part of it. It may be in Birmingham as well, but I know that there's underground rivers here, right where the Oxford Exchange is. Mark.
Yeah.
I was told when they were building the Oxford Exchange and they were drilling down to put the sewer pipes in and all that stuff, that they found catfish down there. Was it catfish or like flounder-looking fish? Those type, whatever. All albino, like they live down there. They've been swimming in this underground river this whole time. They don't even see the light of day. They're albino.
Wow. Yeah, and right behind the Sam's Club, when they were building it, that mound behind it, they cleared it, and they had a big to do about it was an Indian burial site, and then I don't know they quit digging or something. There's no telling, but yeah, I was noticing when they were digging that up, I was like, whoa.
Yeah, I worked at Cracker Barrel then. So every time I looked out the window, I was looking at them building the exchange. And that's when my friend had told me that she had heard that there was that underground river there and they found all these like albino catfish down there and stuff. Giant ones. They're huge.
Wow.
But I would like to go poking around back there.
Yeah.
Check that sometime.
But I have prepared like this video I got from the Never Sink Pit. But look at these brick lines there.
Yes.
Look at these blocks.
And it's dripping right there, right where you're at. Yeah.
Sounds off like it, like playing, like the guy just climbing up.
Oh wow, this is an incredible video right here.
It's just crazy.
And this is in Alabama, guys. Look at this. Just look at it. You can see that there was different levels to this building. It squished down on itself. It was way taller, much higher. Wow.
And water's spilling out everywhere.
It's spilling out everywhere. I mean, it almost looks volcano looking in there. Everything that we show in volcanoes.
Yeah.
That volcanoes are not what they're telling us. If you don't know that by now, you got to go back into my research and in my channel and watch all that stuff.
Yeah. But there's a lot of what they called like American Indian sites in Alabama.
Yeah.
And they really what's it called? I don't have the video, but I've got like a folder of it. I don't remember the name.
We got 55 people here. Welcome,
Moundville, and they like Moundville.
Yes, Moundville. Yeah, that's a little south, I believe, Alabama.
Yeah, I think it's southern Alabama.
Look at this shit.
Yeah, look at this shit.
Well, they did that when they made Chakalaka Park, Mark. They put in one of those fake mounds to represent these mound people, I think. Have you ever been to Chakalaka Park?
Yeah. Well, what city is that in?
It's right here. It's next to the Oxford Exchange. Before you go over that little bridge to Publix.
Oh, okay.
Coming my way.
I went in there just for a second one day.
They built one of these there. It's fake. It's not real. They put it in a representation of these mountains. It looks just like those right there.
Wow.
They make like the people there. They tell a story about the Indians that they built like houses on top of these mounds. They probably were buildings
Yeah.
So they call it Moundville.
You can see him leaning back.
Leave it to Alabama to call it Moundville.
You can see him leaning back right there. Like,
Yeah, this one, it's not even straight.
I bet you start digging under all that grass, you're going to find brick.
Yeah.
Definitely.
They don't want to know.
Slap a plaque on it and move on.
And like I said, look how tall, how big they are, these mounds,
Yeah.
It's not just small mounds,
They
You
say
know how
the,
it says in the... Go ahead, sir. I'm sorry.
They say the Indians dug into these. I think that's the story. As far as some of them.
Yeah, really nice. Looks like almost like what you're gonna find in South America, like the Aztecs and things, but now they're only mounds.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got to go here, Mark.
Yeah. There's so many places in Alabama. It's crazy.
I know. That's why I like what you want to do, Jen, because that's what I like to do: search places and find out new things. And in Alabama, there was many things. I think this is the place you went, Mark.
Oh,
Is it?
that looks familiar. Where is this at?
I don't even know. I just find the picture. And I think, I
You thought it was the Coke kiln place.
Yeah, I think I've seen this place.
Yes, I didn't see that.
But it looks like the place where you said that they were like a river.
Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about. That was I can't remember the place, but yeah, it's like a mill, and you're going down like this trail like that, and there's blocks and bricks in the middle of nowhere. I barely got there. I didn't have a 4-wheel drive at the time. Like, oh my God, where the hell is this place? And I kept driving about 10 miles in the middle of nowhere, and it was all dirt and rock. And then I finally got to it. But yeah.
But this is the picture I sent you.
Oh yeah, that's it. That's one of the furnaces that I show. Now they have a top over it. Protecting it, whatever.
This is a picture from I don't have the date here, but I've seen it when I downloaded it. Before that, I knew that you would know this place.
Yeah, they supposedly built this right at the Civil War time.
Can we zoom in on this?
Oh yes.
Because here you can see the different layers. There's layer after layer after layer of brick here, guys, and it's
Mark, I think he said how thick it was. It was crazy.
Like 10 feet thick with brick, kind of like we saw in that supposed slate mine when the guy turned around and showed the depth and width of that wall in that slate mine. It was thick, just like this.
Yeah, it's like 20 brick deep. You can just see right there.
Yeah, exactly. Look.
And then,
Motherfucker.
We didn't see it, Jen? Oh no. Oh yeah. I didn't see it.
I love that clip, Jim, by the way.
Oh, me too.
Yeah, look how thick it is, man. Oh. I don't know how many bricks you need to build this, but wow.
Yeah. Wow. And you go just beyond that, and it starts turning.
You can't handle the truth.
It just starts turning crystal and everything else, blue and rocks and stuff beyond it.
Oh my gosh.
I'm going on with my stuff, but
that's Tuscaloosa, Alabama.
Yes, Tuscaloosa.
There it is.
It's a crazy place.
I can't wait to get a drone over that one.
Oh yeah, we got to see this place for sure.
The story is just what?
Yeah.
What?
It supposedly burnt down.
I found like the old pictures.
There it is. Yeah.
Yeah, and in the story they call it a 4-story building, but there's only I can only see 3 stories.
Where's the rest of it?
Yeah, in the picture, and then what you see today, I mean, it looks nothing
like this.
And all that's supposed to burnt down.
So wait, only a few columns are left. That's it.
Yeah.
They say this is it.
This is it.
Got this, this is probably remade,
Yeah.
but these got these columns.
You know, when they do that, they remake something, they'll build up a wall, put a little, they do this in a lot of these sites, clean it up a little to give you that visual, to give you that anchor memory of what this place is.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
You could just throw up a couple columns and then, you're
You
just
can-
mine, just like, okay.
Yeah, you can see that they have replastered all of this because you see it right here on the edge. That's not that old, but this one,
Yeah, that's a good
look
one.
at this. Look how burnt and expanded
Oh, yeah.
the bottom part is. It's just crazy.
And when you're there, you can really tell, okay, did they plaster this or not? Or is this part of the X factor? Yeah. You have to be there, really.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you could see the coating that they had. This is just like Pompeii. When Pompeii melted down, the coatings melted off, and you can see the brick under the, that the columns are made of brick. But the coating over it, the cement coating or whatever it was, that's like plaster or whatever. That's exactly what we were seeing there.
Yeah. They say it was a college in the 1930s,
Yeah. I think they turned it supposedly into a girl college or something.
Yeah, a female college. That was
Yeah.
That's what they,
It was the capital, but we moved it to Montgomery.
yeah. Yeah, I thought you knew.
Oh, that's a nice shot. Yeah.
Yeah, this one you can
Look at
see.
the brick. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, let's go zoom in on this. Are these clinker bricks?
Yeah.
Oh, look, they threw in some clinkers on the bottom there, but then they used some good ones. This is the style, Jen. Don't you know? It was a thing.
They used blocks, Jan, before. That's what they say, But look at this brick here.
Yeah.
What are you gonna say about this part? The brick fusing the block.
Yeah. I mean, you can see the transitioning right there. Oh.
Yeah.
I'm not saying they didn't make bricks in the 1800s. I'm sure they did make plenty of bricks here.
Yeah.
Bricks have been around for 7,000 years. If you look at the narrative, they say that people have been making bricks for 7,000 years. These bricks have been X factor. There was some kind of extreme heat event that took place somewhere in and around the 1700s. The inheritors of the earth, the meek shall inherit the earth. Okay, when you inherit the earth, then you're going to go and you're going to rename everything and you're going to give it new narratives. You're going to put a whole royal bloodline in, which confirms your right to rule over people. You're going to put the narratives and plaques up on all this shit. You're going to get rid of the generation before so they don't remember anything.
Look at that column. Hold on, right there. The bottom of that column. I mean, come on.
Yes,
Look at
that looks just like Pompeii. Yeah. Yep.
But they just put something on top just because it was so much bigger than this,
Yeah. Or it could be, petrified trees, right? Petrified.
Oh, yeah. We're not getting attacked by those people right now. Somebody tried to say some tree, when you cut it open, it looks like red brick on the inside. And that's what we're seeing is these buildings were actually giant trees.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That one.
Same thing.
Same thing.
Yeah,
I want to know who's carving melted steps. Nobody seems to have an answer for that. Maybe one of these channels that seem to got it all figured out can tell me who's carving melted steps.
Yeah, what an accomplishment.
They just got to put the plate like this and tell that 1826 to 20 years. 20 years exactly they have this plates.
Oh, unbelievable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What is this doing there,
That looks Aztec-y looking.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That pattern is in a lot of old world brick buildings in around here on the top. Like it has that same pattern.
Yeah, it's almost like a Greek key kind of look to it.
Yeah.
Pattern. Yeah, I've seen that, Mark.
Mm-hmm.
Everything used to mean something different too, by the way.
Yeah.
When I saw this, I thought, what is it doing there?
Yeah. And how did fire do that to all of that? It melted it in different directions. I mean, come on.
Man, the fires are just crazy if you go by a geologist or.
Yeah. Somebody lit a match.
I have my fire pit. It's been there like 15 years, and the rocks are still the same, you know.
Yeah, they have to give you billions of years and millions of years because, you can't wrap your head around that. They're like, oh, things are happening so slow and your lifetime is so short and it takes millions of years to form this stuff, just like light years. Oh, this is millions of light years away, thousands of light years away and all this stuff. And you just don't think about it. You just move on. Somebody with a PhD and a bunch of other letters past their name and a white coat knows way more than I do. And I got to pay them a lot of money to go to college to learn what they learn, which it's just regurgitation. It's just an echo chamber. That's what colleges are. Echo chambers for false narratives and historical lies. Geologists have to pay like over $30,000 for a degree in geology.
Yeah.
But they always leave a clue. Look, this is the Mason's mark, you know.
Left their mark on it.
Yeah, exactly.
Their blight.
Yeah. So this is what I found. Yeah, about this place. These
ruins remind me of those ruins that John Levy showed along the Mississippi River.
Yeah.
Those columns. Yeah.
Yes, the same one that I remember. What's his name again? In England, the same park, the same name, same columns.
Mm-hmm.
Do you remember, Mark? What's his name?
On Levy's?
No, the guy in England that has a new channel. I think it's called.
I think I know what you're talking about. I can't remember the name.
Man,
look, Karos, this is why they call mines a mine, because it's mine. When I find it, it's found it, and it's mine. So they call them mines.
Yeah, they're just going in there.
And a slate mine, you're going into a fucking sea underground. I don't know what they're mining. It looks more like they're bricking in there.
Yeah, you're just breaking and entering and stealing stuff.
Exactly. But what I want to know is, while you're looking for that, Chapu, is the big question I have is that after the reset, there has to be a period of time that goes by that has to go by where things settle down. And then there has to be a period of time where you send out the scouters to go up into the flying dirigibles and fly around, take pictures, survey the land, see what's salvageable. Then you have to have the next wave of people come in that clean all this shit out. These mud flooded buildings and all this other stuff and all this stuff that we see had shit in it. They weren't empty. Yes. Where did all that stuff go? Who got rid of it? And then after that, then you start bringing in the people to populate these areas.
Well said. Yep.
I mean, that's just my opinion. I could be completely wrong, but if there is a reset and we're thinking this thing all the way through and they had to come back in with new narratives and everything, then it makes perfect sense that it would go that way. They wouldn't just send people out and people would just be, settling in. They like the Romanovs after the reset in England, in Europe, England, and Russia. The Romanovs took over, and then that's where your bloodlines start and stuff. Yeah. Right, Chico?
Yes. But they pulled this video really fast.
Which video? Our video?
The Romanovs.
Oh,
the
video. Did they
video.
put that video down? I forget.
Yeah, I posted it because this one we did on Rockfin. And when I posted it on YouTube, they pulled it right away. And
yeah, guys, we put a lot of truth out in that video. Well, was that when we did the Royal Crown of Russia?
Yes.
Okay, so check this out. You want to hear a crazy historical narrative? Look up the Imperial Crown of Russia and find out and look it up on your own how long it took them to make it. In it was like 1870, 1880. No electricity. Just saying. 2 months. They're saying 2 guys made the imperial crown of Russia in 2 months for Queen, what, Catherine, her name was?
Yep.
All right. Yeah, she demanded it to be done in 2 months, and they did it. Okay, where do you see this thing? 2 months, no electricity. Are you fucking kidding me?
I haven't seen that narrative. I got to look it up as soon as I get off.
Yeah.
2
Yeah,
months.
we covered all that a while ago.
Yeah, I've got it in my Odysee channel.
Mm-hmm.
If you want to see it, it's there because it's.
So go to Odysee. If you guys don't know, Shapu has an Odysee channel. Fruit Kiss, research my research on Odysee. And he's got a lot of my old stuff over there. A lot of the stuff that we've done on Rockfin and stuff that can't go on YouTube. All that stuff's over there on his channel.
Yeah. And this place, Mark, did you ever went to this place? It's called Russell Cave. They got a lot of Indian stuff there.
Did you say Russell? Or
Yeah, Russell.
I hadn't been there, but it looks really familiar to another place I've been to. Those stairs. Yeah.
They say that they found like the most American Indian artifacts there, like 1,000 stuff. I don't know, because look at this. National, they already put like an Indian writing right there, but this is the place.
Oh yeah, I've seen this. Yeah, hadn't been there yet.
Wow, yeah, that's pretty cool. You could tell that was a building.
Yeah.
Hey, Mary. Well, good to see you. I'm glad you're here.
And this was the first.
Yeah, the Shapu, those stairs. So I've been to a few places that all of a sudden it'll look like chiseled stairs supposedly, and then I'll look the narrative up and they blame the Indians every time. They're like,
Every time.
Indian chiseled.
If it's not the Indians, it's a fucking volcano.
Yeah.
And the narrative of the American Indian is so it's so crazy.
They were cliff dwellers and they burrowed holes in here and put all their stuff. Yeah. They put up some props to make it look like this is where they did their fire and skinned the animals. And yeah, there's their corral. Yeah, all this stuff. And then they got the plaque. Nah.
Yeah. You know, why would you go ahead, Jen? Go ahead.
I bought it hook, line, and sinker, just like I bought space hook, line, and sinker. I admit it. I was one of those people, but you know, I got my head out of my ass, thank God.
I know. They have made a whole story about the Indians that they were living like in caves and teepees. You know, why would they build a house? You know, it's so easy to, when you're a kid, you know, and you play in sand, you fucking build brick house, you know.
The reason they say that is because they want you to think that the Indians were nomadic to a certain extent, that they followed the buffalo and stuff. So they never settled in one spot to actually make it look like they had a civilization and they built stuff. Right? This is what this is how they work their narratives to their advantage, guys.
Yeah. That's one reason I think it was on purpose, the X Factor, just because I think it was a plan. It was just laid out, kind of like you were saying, Jen, of just like, okay, we got to do this, survey the land, all that, and you can do it really quickly. So, especially
if you have dirigibles, and I definitely think that. Okay, so everybody, we don't always agree completely 100% on what may have happened. For me, I think that the X Factor event was probably a cyclical thing that happens with our plane. Okay. Some people call it God's judgment. We call it an X Factor. You know, whatever term you want to put on it, there's an extreme heat event that takes place on some sort of cyclical nature. And so what I'm thinking is they knew it was coming, just like they know when the next one's coming. And if you know when it's coming, you can piggyback that shit, especially if you know how this plane works and where safe zones would be. You can hide technology, you can hide your dirigibles, all this stuff, clothes, food, whatever, technologies and stuff, and then come out on the other side ready to go.
Oh.
Yes, airships. I like to call them dirigibles. I like that word. I like it says fancy. It's a dirigible.
I said we wouldn't talk about airships, but we did. So
I'm gonna get me a dirigible one day. Remember they said they were selling those balloons to people, Shapu? We were talking about it last time.
Yeah,
you your own balloon and bounce down the road in it, like just no problem.
Wow,
They're-
look at
they-
that.
This is like a LiDAR that they did of this cave. And I've saved the site that you can go. It's a 3D model. You can see it, and you can see all these structures everywhere inside the cave. But if you look at the cave, there's no really place to
So it's
build.
definitely not a mine. They're not saying it's a mine and nobody's mining anything there. But yet,
No,
look,
no.
look at all this.
Yeah, and all around it there's like rubbles like this.
Yeah.
These national parks and places like this and all this stuff, they make tons of money off tourism and people
Go
going.
back. Sorry.
No, you're
Go
good.
back. Yeah, where do you know where that's at?
This is the same place at Russell Cave.
Okay, yeah, I've actually seen that pic now that I'm
But I
thinking.
think this is. I have seen other pics that they are fallen on the side. I think they put it like later to stop like
Okay,
branches and stuff
right.
from going into the cave, because the water goes right into the cave. You know, why would you build stuff right into the cave when the water's high? You know, it's
Exactly. Yeah.
these blocks.
Yeah, Alabama was one giant building, man. When you start hiking
Yeah.
around Alabama, especially around Mount Cheeha, all these other Dismal Canyon and all these other places, it's like. And Shapu, can you bring up that thing about the natural bridge in
Yes.
Alabama? It's the largest natural.
This one.
Yeah, there it is.
Let me take the comment off. Now,
Yeah.
I can never get any shots of above this thing looking down.
Yeah, I've looked too, Jen.
I can never. I have to go to this place.
Yeah.
Wait,
It's about 2 hours north of us, I believe.
natural bridge. No,
So they say that this bridge here. I'll send you the picture, Shapu. We'll show it. 'Cause
no,
it's got
I have it. I have it.
the caption.
Oh, the caption? No, I don't.
Okay, hold on. I'll send it to you.
But I have like this look mark exactly like what you showed in the kilns.
Yep.
This is
Oh,
someone
look
that took a
that.
picture of the
Yeah.
natural bridge. Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, dude, that's brick for sure.
Yeah.
I love it.
Nice.
But this is what they call the natural bridge.
Yeah, it's a natural bridge. There's just like 3 of them.
Yeah, three
Yeah.
of them. Yeah.
Exactly.
So, you know.
All right, I just sent you that picture, Shapu, so we can bring up that caption real quick so everybody can read it, what they say about this place. There we go.
200 million years old.
Yeah, this sandstone and ore bridge has a height of 60 feet and a length of 148 feet, making it the longest natural bridge east of the Rocky Mountains. Many experts believe this impressive bridge is more than 200 million years
Yeah.
old. They believe it. They don't say it's true, it's absolute. They believe it.
Yeah.
200 million years. Yeah. Yeah.
That's the key when they always plug in believe.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's just saying they don't know. They don't know shit.
They don't know shit.
They
Yeah,
don't.
exactly. 200 million or what? It's impossible.
Yep.
Impossible to know. You know, it's
And there's all kinds of water running through this area too. When you watch people's videos going through here, yeah, there's some water.
I have a video ready of this place, but we can zoom into a couple of pictures. of this
Jen,
place.
like I was saying, near this place, I think that it's one of the longest cave systems in America, and it's
Yeah,
up again. I don't know if it's 3 miles. It might be like 1.5 miles, but it's a tourist spot. But it's long. You can just walk under this supposed cave system.
I think I got pictures.
I've
So-
heard from people around here that there's caves that you can go to somewhere in Gadsden and go all the way to Jacksonville.
Oh, I got to look that up.
Oh wow!
Yeah. Like there used to be kids back in the day that would go out there and go into them and like party and stuff. And I guess some kids got lost or something, and then they tried to close it up.
I know the Gaston like the back of my hand, so I got to look that up.
I got like a close-up picture of look.
Oh, look at that.
Look at that.
Wow.
Ow, ow. Except if it was melted, you know.
Yeah.
Yep. My husband said there's one that goes to Talladega too, a cave system.
And
Really?
look, under the bridge.
Yeah. It's totally natural.
Yeah.
There's sedimentary layers there. That's what they are.
Yeah.
I put a 1 in the chat if you think geologists should be fired immediately.
Yeah.
It's
Wow.
the oldest picture I could find of this place.
That's a good one.
Wow.
What are those two people up top?
Yeah, I don't know. They're weird.
They look bigger than the ones on the bottom.
Yeah, it's
Yes.
weird looking, isn't it?
It's like
Let's
they.
look at that.
Wow.
There's some little people down there. Maybe they're little people. Oh no.
No.
Archway. Archway.
Yeah.
Archway.
Wow.
Again, close up of the melt. Look at this.
I got a lot of 1s.
Explain to me how water can do this, you know?
Exactly.
Just amazing. And there's always water coming down again
Yeah.
in this place. But maybe we can look at just the picture, someone walking to the bridge. Look at these blocks, block lines, brick lines.
Yeah, this is good, the video.
And he's going to the bridge.
There's water.
Yep.
But all around this place is just
They just look up natural swimming holes in Alabama, and then you'll
Oh my gosh.
straight to the melted buildings.
yeah. But look at this. Wow.
Yeah, it looks like this everywhere in Alabama. Right here, this little spot, it's everywhere. It's all over the place, all over Cheehaw. It's everywhere.
Yep.
I already told you I want to move to Alabama, man.
Yeah, right.
I didn't know how fortunate I was after Meltology. I was like, wow, this is one of the best states to be in.
Right. It's got a lot of clay here. A lot.
Yeah.
Look at this place, man, around there.
Right angles. Just.
Look at all that water.
Yeah.
You know what's amazing about all this? You know, I used to like going out in nature and hiking around and stuff and seeing all these huge boulders and everything, but it's so much more interesting now.
Way more. Yeah.
Way more interesting now.
I was always an outdoors person, and then when Meltology hit, it was just wow. I was like, hell yeah.
Yeah. It's like you're seeing everything for the first time with new eyes you've never used before.
Yeah.
And this place, I don't know where it is.
Wow.
That's a melted bridge.
Yeah, look at that archway.
Yeah, and there's a hole down there.
Yeah.
Oh, is this a golf course with it? It looked like a little mini golf course over there.
Yeah, I don't know. Is it a house or something? But I couldn't find the name of the place.
Look at this. It's all cooked out.
Looks like it's someone's backyard or something.
Yeah.
Could you imagine, Mark, if you had that out in your backyard?
I mean, how many videos could I make?
I know, right?
I mean,
Oh my
The
god.
cave that you were mentioning, I think it's the Rickwood Caverns or something.
yeah. Oh, this is it, I think.
Yeah.
Melted. These caverns make so much more sense now when you know Meltology.
Yes.
I didn't have much pictures, but just crazy. And there was like the one that Jen went, the cavern.
DeSoto Caverns, yeah.
Oh,
It's in Childersburg, Alabama, DeSoto Caverns. I've been there, I can't tell you how many times. I have family come to visit me. We always take them to DeSoto Caverns. And then, the last time I went, I had known about Meltology. So it was like I was going for the first time.
Yeah.
And it was amazing. Look at this. This is,
Yeah, I've been there.
Yeah, what's this called?
Little River Canyon.
Yep, Little River Canyon. I drove all around that with my family and got it. This is before Meltology too, and I was taking pictures. And wow, yeah, it's
It's a really nice place.
And normally the water would be covering all that if it's like during the spring or winter.
Yeah, I've seen pictures that it's like this, a lot of water.
That's one of the top swimming holes in Alabama. Natural, supposedly. Yeah, I stood on that rock right there. Yeah.
Right there?
Yeah, like I took a picture of that, actually. Yeah.
Nice. But look how it goes all around. It's like a real...
Yeah, there's a road that goes all the way around it. And when I was driving around it for the first time 3 years ago or so, I was like, what the hell is this? This is like a mini Grand Canyon.
Right?
It's exactly like a Grand Canyon. I think I've got a picture of this road that goes around. But you can really see like melted structures everywhere.
Oh, that's a good one. Is that? Oh, that's the same place. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
there's
more, another place.
Yeah, it's like upper the canyon.
Look at that.
There's this old, what they call it, like
Let's zoom in on this one. Go back.
Yeah,
Please. Thank you. Let's move in on all this. Yeah, look at all these different levels dropping down. It's all melted building, guys.
Yeah. And the water level here is really low that you're seeing. That's during the summertime.
Yeah.
And I'd also like to mention to anybody who's new here to the channel listening and may have not have seen my older live streams from my old channels that have all gotten taken down. But anytime you go metal detecting for gold, or anytime they find gold or anything, gold, when it is found, always looks like it was already melted, because it was.
Yep.
Yeah, like a road that goes all around this.
Look at this.
Look at that. Yeah.
I guarantee you there's some melted steps throughout this place somewhere.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, probably near this place.
Near that wall right there. Yeah. The crown is 9 pounds. He looked it up. Good for you. I'm glad you looked it up, Morgan.
9 pounds. Yeah.
This is when you start looking at the historical narrative for different things at different periods and different time frames, especially before electricity and the things that they were doing, you find all kinds of holes in their narrative. There's no way it took two guys 2 months. Now you got no electricity. So were they doing it by candlelight 24/7? I mean, and then the tools that they would have had to use in cutting these diamonds and perfectly setting them. It's impossible. I'm sorry. Unless they had some other technology going on.
We'll have to get the old family pictures out from this place and post them.
The hippie hole.
The hippie hole. The melted hippie hole.
Must be a lot of pot smoking there. It's good.
So as you can see, and the problem here in Alabama is, 8 months out of the year, all the vegetation, it just covers it. So.
Yep. I want to tell you something, Melanie, real quick, because I saw this. Get a can of coconut milk You can also put coconut milk in your hair. And like put it in there and, rub it around and stuff and then rinse it out. Coconut milk. I do that like once a month.
Yeah, Melanie. It really works. But
Oh, look at this.
yeah, you got a couple days, you got to smell like a coconut oil, but after you wash it, then it goes away. But yes, this is like a middle of nowhere. Did you ever seen this, Mark?
I haven't seen that. I've seen a picture of it.
This mushroom, they call it mushroom rock.
It's just some sedimentary layers that piled up in this one little spot.
Yeah. Then they built a roundabout around it.
Yeah, they built a roundabout. But
do you think? I mean, I would think. Do you guys think that if they piggyback the X Factor event, then they probably have the original maps and locations to what all this stuff was before and what was in all these locations, and just maybe that's why they have these gold mines in certain locations and stuff. They know where this stuff is, and they're going in and getting it out.
Exactly.
Yeah. Because they don't drill and they don't dig hole everywhere. They know exactly the vicinity of where they want to go.
Yep.
Why is that?
Yep.
Because somebody at the top knows.
Yeah. They are the one that wants the gold. We don't care for gold.
Yeah, well, I don't care.
The gold rush was to rush out there and get the gold off the domes and the buildings and whatever tech, take it down, and then start repopulating out there. They had to use the gold rush narrative for the reason why the area is populated out there.
Yeah.
And has all those buildings.
Yeah, and we don't care for gold because I found gold in many of the melted structures that I found. I found some gold in it. And maybe like 2 weeks ago in the news in my area, somebody just made the news that they found gold in my vicinity,
Really?
They want to dig around this place, and man, I did this. I did this like 2 years ago. Found gold everywhere. But now they're going down the river and exactly where I found it.
I also want to let everybody know, not to interrupt you, Shapu, but if you want to hear another historical narrative that's a bunch of bullshit, look up Seville Cathedral in Spain. That cathedral, that cathode has 44 tons of gold in it. Okay? If you don't know what 44 tons of gold is, like 88,000 pounds of gold or something. Now, the narrative on that is that the conquistadors went over to the New World, raped and pillaged, and brought back all this gold to Spain, and then they gilded this cathedral with the gold. That's their narrative for where all this gold came from in this church. If Seville Cathedral melted down during the X Factor event, you would have a huge gold mine right there, because there's 44 tons of gold in Seville Cathedral.
Imagine that. Crazy.
Yeah.
I'm going to have to go in a second, guys. Keep going, Shapu. I just want to say one thing I just thought about. A few weeks ago when I was visiting my dad in Mobile, Lower Alabama, there was, and I remember this, they said they saw it on the news years ago. They said they discovered a slave ship down in Mobile Bay. And my dad, I've told him about all this, and he agrees with a lot. But he said, "Man, that's bullshit. I pass by that damn boat all the time." I said, "Nobody discovered that. It was just there." And they put a narrative on it. And he just saw it sticking up out of when the tide goes down, you can see the wood sticking up, and all of a sudden it's not a lot of people go by there. He said, I'd never actually been there fishing with him. And it's just a low traffic area. And then somebody saw it and then started probably digging around and then told the authorities whatever, and then they put it on the news as a slave ship. But it's just the
Right.
same boat's been X factored along with all the other boats.
Right.
Wow.
Yeah.
They always do their work, man.
Yeah.
They never stop. Never stop.
Man, these pictures were
They're
so
always writing his story. They're ever expanding on his story.
yes. I hate to jet, but I'm gonna jet, guys. Thank you, Jen, so
Oh,
much.
thank you, Mark. Thank you so
Mark.
much.
I hate to leave with these Alabama pics that you're showing, man. This is great, Shabu. Only you can do this. As far as some of these pictures I haven't seen, but I'm going there definitely. And but much love, guys. Thank you for having me, Jen, and great to see y'all.
I love you, Mark. Thank
Your
you.
stuff, your stuff was epic, man. It was crazy.
All right, Shapu. What I want to do now is actually we're at the 2-hour mark, and I was only going to do 2 hours, but I still want to get to that folder that you have.
But I want to finish. I have like 2 folders of Alabama.
Okay. You keep rolling along with this. I have to take my antibiotic because it's time for me to take it. So I'll be right back. Okay.
Yeah. This is the Wetumpka impact crater. They say the star fell like 80 million years ago in this place. But if you look at it today, this is what it looks like. It's nothing like any crater you ever. What's going on? Any crater that you ever seen, when you see a crater, it's always like a round, and the picture I showed you earlier. But look at this place, man. It's just crazy. Maybe I got a video. I think I've got a video. Look, I'll just make you see this video. It's nothing like a crater that they say it is, man. Everything that you're gonna see right now, it's in Alabama. This is the Alabama show. We're gonna do a show about the melted United States. We're gonna go state by state, showing stuff, because here in America, there's no more castles, no more stuff that we can really see. Everything is so mangled and destroyed. Nothing like Europe, because they say that Europe is older, but what I think it is, we are the oldest places, because there's nothing left. We got it really, really hard here. There's no castles. There's no old world. Everything is destroyed, melted, and like this. That's why we don't have remnants of the old world, because everything was either destroyed or melted.
You got that right.
Thank you, Jen. I'm just showing like this Wetumpka impact crater. They say that a meteorite hit this place.
Oh, right.
There's no hole. It's just melted stuff. Everywhere.
It's damn meteorites.
Yeah.
There's no volcanoes or Indians around. We got to blame it on a meteorite. Wow.
So they
And
call
this is in Alabama?
Yes, they call it impact crater.
I haven't heard of this place.
No. Wait. This place.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. They say it's a impact crater, but
I've heard of Wetumpka.
Yeah, Wetumpka, is it close to your place?
I don't know, but I've heard of it.
So they say there's an impact crater, but it's not really a crater when you look at it.
You know what that looks like? That reminds me of like
This is the picture that they say that.
what? That looks like Santorini.
Yeah.
Wow.
Just and I think I've got like a. Oh yeah, and in Alabama you've got like 2-3 star fort, like this
Yeah.
one.
There's some star forts here. Yep.
Yeah, this is old world tech, and they put again
Put a cannon there. You can tell
a
that.
cannon that
Yeah.
you can't use. Yeah, exactly. But look at how it is, man. It's just
Yeah, and it goes underground, right under that place.
This is the top section of it. Again.
I used to have a picture. I forget where the star fort was, but it was on the interior of the star fort, and it was down a couple of levels, and you could see the amazing archwork and stuff that they had done. And it was just these star forts are multi-level underneath, guys. There's not just what you see on.
I've got a video. We can look at it like a couple minutes, but this is the thing that that baffled me the most. It's they say this is the remnant of an old ship, but they can't explain how it got there, anything. But look how melted it is.
It is melted.
Just
You know what? It was probably one of those ironclads.
that's what I thought, Jan.
Yeah.
Because wood wouldn't melt like this. It's all iron.
Right.
But they can't explain it. They have no explanation for this. And this is
yeah, look at the floor there, guys. The floor is all muffed up.
Yeah.
Melted.
You can see all the motor snot. But I want to show you like this video of this place. I've got a couple of video of we didn't even. This is the caverns. We didn't even look at it, but this is the video of the fort.
Okay.
Look at all this water snot everywhere, and we call it's brick ash, like the mortar just dripping down, not the brick. Yeah. But if you go in a cave, they will call this what is it called again?
Calcite.
Calcite, yeah, calcite deposit.
Yeah.
That will create stalactite and stalagmite.
Right. Right.
But we think it's all brick ash that drips.
Yeah, and some of these forts too had that white coating over them. There's a lot of things were brick with like what we see at the World's Fair. Everything's whitewashed.
Yeah.
I think the whitewashing is some type of an insulator.
Yeah. Yeah, they did either to hide something or to insulate the bricks.
Mm-hmm.
Because they
store energy.
Yeah. They used to put like a stucco on top of bricks or paint. So
yeah, I generalize the term and I call it whitewashing.
Yeah.
But yeah, basically it was a coating, a plaster, some type of. But we see this a lot.
Yeah. So there's a star fort that are everywhere on the plane. If you look, there's no place.
India has one. I don't know
Yeah.
if there's any in China.
Yes, they are. They are in China, India, even in here. I thought that we couldn't see any of Star Fort, but I found like old pictures of plans. They say plans of Star Fort, but they found out that there was a Star Fort last year. They dug around to make repair around the Parliament, and they found the remains of the Star Fort. So
Huh.
They're everywhere. So who built these star fort? I know.
You know what's
I know.
interesting? Malta, the city of Malta is like a giant star fort.
Yes, yes, yes. Because there are star forts and star cities.
Yeah, it's a star city. That's what it is.
Yeah, it's a star city because they there are only two people in their history that they built star fort. There's Vauban. He's called like a Vauban. It's a French architect, and there's an Italian one. So you're telling me that all these star forts were made from two people?
From
It's,
the two people's designs, right? Yeah.
it's impossible. And look at these belt lines.
Oh yeah. Oh no, they're pickaxe marks. That's what they are.
That's what I'm gonna say, Jen.
If you guys want to know another bullshit narrative, look up Julia Morgan. She supposedly designed over 700 buildings after the Great Fire and Earthquake of San Francisco.
Yeah.
I covered her on one of my old channels too. Julia Morgan. Look up her.
Yeah, didn't you do a show with Michelle?
Yeah.
And you talked about this woman.
Yes, Julia Morgan.
Yeah. Yes, Mary. This is Fort Morgan. Yeah, it's been a long time since I've looked at Michelle's work, but she does great stuff.
Yeah, I had her on a while ago. I still have that video.
Yeah, Michelle Gibson. If anyone,
Gibson.
yeah.
Yeah, guys, look up Michelle Gibson. She's got a lot of good work, especially on circuit board cities.
Yeah.
And I think this place was gridded out like a circuit board, and the circuit board fried during the X Factor event.
Yeah.
It's Baroque.
Yeah, exactly.
What is this? Some frogs.
Yeah, frogs are just.
They moved in. They're like, look.
There's so much water there that frog just moved in.
Wow.
So I just wanted to show that this part, but you wanted me to show like the one that I showed on the last show. I think I've done Alabama.
We were saying about Malta being a star fort or star fort city. Malta, yes.
Yes.
Star City.
And there are Fort Gaines in the Dolphin Islands. I won't go there, but look at the beach, you know.
Oh yeah, look at that.
And this is the other fort. I think this is really south of Alabama.
Uh-huh.
Fort Gaines.
Mm-hmm.
And I've got like old maps. This is the Dolphin Island. Imagine that. I think this is all Alabama. There's an old fort here, and it's called Vieux Fort. And in French, it's Vieux. It's old fort.
On an old map, it's already calling it an old fort.
Yeah, everything I see here, it's in French, Jan.
Uh-huh.
And this is Alabama, like Grand Village. It's just a big village. Petit Bay of St. Louis. It's small bay of St. Louis.
Oh, yeah.
Fort, small old fort, and it's all in French. I don't know if Alabama was.
Before they moved over to Louisiana, they were over here in Alabama.
Yeah.
The French Quarter of Alabama.
And this is the fort that is in this Dolphin Island. But I want to show you like this rattlesnake saloon in Alabama again. They made like a restaurant in a old building.
An old melted building.
But I will show like what you want to show before the end of the show.
Yeah, then I gotta cook some dinner.
All right.
It's a late dinner tonight. We had a late breakfast, so.
I don't even know what time it is.
It began with an M.
Yeah, I think it's Matera.
So what we're going to get into next, guys, this is what Shapu had shown on the Brickathon on Spartan Red's channel when he was on with James and Fervent Heat a few nights back. And I was just blown away by this folder. I was like, we got to cover this. You can see here, when we look through these pictures, everything below what you see here on top is all the rest of the melted building. And you'll see it all through the landscape in this whole area. And we were just showing on our other shows how, Back to the Future one that we just did, how it was building upon building upon building. And you see that here with this whole area. It's pretty amazing.
So this is the one, Jen.
Yes. I mean, look at this. You could see that first layer down, that's all building.
Yeah.
All of this.
Because you can see it right here,
Yeah, through the city as well. I remember hearing you guys talk about it that night, and he was saying, well, why, if they carved all this, why didn't they carve that out to make it look nice too? But it's, because he was saying, like, why wouldn't they if they carved it? But yeah, it's all melted building, and it's melted throughout the city too, up top.
Yeah. And there's this wall that doesn't do anything.
Water just pouring out.
There.
Look at this place. This is clearly a melted building. Some melted steps.
Yeah, this place is amazing. I like this place. But
what's the name of it again?
Matera. But this is the city of Sassi. It's called Sassi in Matera in Italy.
Okay, so it's Sassi in Matera, Italy.
Yes.
In case anybody wants to look it up, guys.
But we talked about this on a show a while ago because it was in the latest James Bond movie. They start in this city. And you can see, yeah.
Kara says Michelle Gibson delivers top research. Agreed. I had her on the show on my old channel, and it was an amazing interview.
Yes.
I'll have to rebroadcast it.
Yeah, and she talks about the same thing as we do. So.
Yeah, she wasn't really quite there, I think, with all the melted building stuff, but she was definitely at that time on the whole grid system thing and how everything was built out. These are components on the grid system, and there was extreme damage to this grid system. Look at that. Look at the meltification here within all the buildings.
Yeah, why would you put bricks here, and here? There's no need.
And look at the background. See those arches in the background there of the real buildings? When we go lower and he shows you the lower stuff, you're going to see all these types of arches everywhere. All right, yeah, look, zoom in there on the bottom part if you can. Look at that. You can see the rest of the building there, guys. It's just chewed up from heat damage. You can see apertures of windows, doorways, and stuff. That's crazy.
Yeah, I really like it.
71 people here. Welcome, everybody.
This is on the other side of the canyon.
This is what I wanted to show here. Look at all these arches and stuff.
Yeah.
Just popping out everywhere. And it's terraced. We talked about the terracing. We see terracing across the plain, guys. Look at this here. It's terraced, and it's clearly a melted building.
Yeah.
Look at that. This actually reminds me of something I saw in a cemetery one time. There were rows and rows of above ground tombs or whatever you call them, and it looked like a neighborhood, like it was like row homes, but they were tombs supposedly, and it kind of looked like this.
Yeah, if it was melted more, they would call this tombs, you know.
Yeah.
But they got these buildings on top of them, so.
This one here's a good one. Look at how far down it goes. Every layer you see is building. The mountain is the building, period.
Yeah.
Wow. This place is crazy. Again, building upon building upon building.
Yeah, they
Ground
use
level. There is no ground level. Ground level's where you're at.
There's no ground level. But they used it so much in so many movies, especially Marvel movies. I think the latest Wonder Woman movies too, that they used that like this place, and they just put like CGI on top of it to make it more.
God, I was just watching a show the other day. I forget which one it was, and it started off. The camera starts off the show panning to this hill. And I'm like, and then these two guys come up on their horses and start talking. And I'm like, the hill's the main star here because it's a building. You can see it was a melted building. They show you all the time in this stuff.
Yeah.
Again, here, look, you could see that the whole thing was the building. You could see the brick. You could see the apertures. It's just amazing. This is really good evidence.
Look at this wall that goes nowhere. You know, it's all melted over here.
All right.
You know that it continues to this place, and there's a big bridge, arches way, and we're talking about this place, this thing. We didn't know what.
Yes,
what
I remember you guys talking about that. What is that? Is that some staircase that melted down weird, or is that part of a wall? I think it's a wall, right?
No, I don't
More
even know.
evidence. It's more evidence, though, that this mountain is a building.
Because I got like pictures closer up. There's openings on tops of each of these.
Like as if there was tech on them or something, maybe. Yeah.
And you can see it right here. Nice. Real.
Yeah.
Hard.
When this place was at its height and it was up and running and there was no X Factor event, it looked nothing like what it looks now. These people were advanced, guys. All this stuff is melted now.
There's even one here, one like hidden in the bushes right here.
Oh yeah. Let me get my magnifier out. I see it. Yep. Wow. So the narrative is that all this stuff's carved.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Because it's just a big canyon.
The building went canyon. Look at that. All the way down. It's structure. Now I'd go over here with my chisel. That would be fun.
That would be really fun.
All right, this is the picture. Look at this. As far down as you go from the top of the city, layer by layer, we'll start at the very top and just work our way down, zooming in. And you can see it's layer upon layer and layer of building. All the way down. Look at that. Look. You can even make it out all in there.
Now you can see like the same thing as here, but
it's
more
worse.
angle. Yeah.
Yes, it's more heat damage. The heat was coming up from the bottom.
Yeah. And if you go down, you can't see it anymore because it's all closed up. But you see remnants.
They'll make out little things here and there.
Yeah.
That's crazy. And I bet there's tunnel systems that go all the way down, just like what you find in Turkey, all through this whole area.
Yeah, I'm gonna show you a picture right now.
So much melted buildings. I know. Some people just can't wrap their head around it.
You know, this is in the city, underneath the real buildings that we live now. You can see this.
Right, exactly. Like I said, this is multi-layered. It's all probably interconnected underneath them. Maybe there's passageways that melted down so much you can't get through anymore. But these were massive interconnected buildings.
Oh yeah, this one. Look, you can see it right here.
Look at this, guys. Wow.
This is where we live today. But look,
That's what they're calling ground level up there.
Yeah.
No, there's more. There's much more.
Yeah, this place is just amazing. This is what is underground.
Oh, they just carved that. There's just pickaxe marks everywhere.
Yeah. Like this. They just carved this church in there, you know.
That looks like it was a cathedral that melted down or something.
Yeah. Why would you carve this part here if you got this? Doesn't make sense to me.
And then they said, halt all carving. We need brick over here. All right, back to carving again. And this one too. This is a good one. You can see, again, even on that side and the other side, you could see all kinds of apertures. You could tell that there was, this whole thing is melted down. This was all a building. It's just amazing.
Yeah. I mean, if you look at Marsaba in Turkey. Is it Turkey? Yeah. It's just the same thing. It's the same thing. There's a canyon and arches everywhere, and there's buildings on top of it.
Sean, I don't know if you saw our last live stream. It's called Back to the Future, where we show retro futuristic views of these cities and stuff and what they might have looked like using our imaginations and letting it run wild. And it was a really good show. So you should check that out if you haven't seen it. Just saying. Look at us. So these buildings were much higher. This is the melted down version of them. We're only seeing probably 1/4 of the size of what these things were. Would you agree, Shapu?
Sorry, Jen. I was typing.
Oh, no, that's okay. I'm saying we're seeing the melted down version, maybe like 1/4 of what it actually was.
Yes, because it was much higher.
Yeah.
You know, imagine this thing being like 100 feet up of this.
Yeah.
It's melted. But like you said, the last show we did, we showed like what it could have been.
Yep. And it looks like this, just like this, building upon building upon building, layer upon layer, vegetation on every layer, built to the heavens. The higher you go, the better conductivity is. So if you have your tech on your buildings and the higher you go, you're going to have great conductivity. Look at that. Look at that. Wow.
This.
Uh-huh.
Look at these straight brick lines.
These people who live there probably have no idea what they're living on.
If you call this sedimentary layers, how could it be so straight?
Exactly.
Only in this part. It should be this part everywhere, but it's not. So this was made
It's the brick.
like this. Look at this. This door doesn't go anywhere. It's filled
What's
up.
that for? Right.
Yeah.
That tells you right there that there was more of this all the way down here. And this had a purpose other than just sitting there all by itself doing nothing right now. It's probably a window just like the one up here above it and on the other side. The rest of it down here has been chewed up by heat.
Yeah.
This above it is a pocket of survival that they've refurbished and continued to use after the X Factor event.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes, Dean, you're right. That building looked like it was sliding backwards.
Look, this is funny because look at this. This is what you put on top of buildings. You know, where is the building? Where is the building? It's only.
Wait, we need some roof materials right here.
Yeah, exactly. There's no need for this here. You know, you can see it right here on top of the building, but why would you put it in nowhere?
It must be covering up something.
Yeah.
This is crazy, though.
And you can see the brick lines. I've shown this on the brick
On the show, yeah, I remember you were following the line straight across. Yep.
You can follow it all the line. And Dean, exactly. Just look how it goes. It goes in right into this building.
Same layer line, right? Exactly, same brick line.
Yeah.
It is visible that it's all brick. And I remember a time when people thought I was completely nuts and crazy for saying that. But now, not so much. Now it's more like they're saying,
Motherfucker.
Yeah.
she was right.
You're right, Jen. You're not crazy.
I'm not sniffing glue. I'm not retarded. I can survive a shower. I had one today.
But
I don't drive on the short bus.
this is why we do it, you know, because we see things and we want to show people that they agree with what we see, and we know that we're not we're not crazy, you know.
Exactly.
I may sound like crazy today because I have too much to drink, but
You can't handle the truth.
oh, so CFM just invited us on his next show.
Oh, I can't wait.
But, this Friday, the show on Friday was really great.
Oh, I had so much fun. I love doing shows with him.
CFM and Jen was crazy. I really liked it.
Oh. If people don't stop talking smack about Meltology, this is what I have to say right here.
Everybody's gonna get fucked up.
Yep.
Did you hear what he said? I don't know if it worked. I didn't see it on my end.
I heard it.
Okay. I'm going to do it one more time, so hopefully it'll work for me.
Everybody's gonna get fucked up.
Yeah, exactly.
Everybody's going to get fucked up.
Boom, baby.
We'll try this one.
Say it. Boom, baby. Boom, baby.
That was my sister and my mom and me.
I love this video.
Ah.
And look, I still need to do my video about brick roads and cobblestone roads and walls.
Oh, yeah, that's where all the trouble started, was those damn cobblestone roads.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh, that was so funny.
Look at this road.
Cobblestones are just melted brick. I'm sorry, but if you're going to have a cart and a horse, right, you don't want to go bouncing down a cobblestone road. You want a smooth brick road, okay? The cobblestones are from extreme heat that warp the street and the bricks. I did Old Town Philly. I did Pompeii. I compared all this stuff. I mean, it's obvious that that's what it is. Nobody's going to go get some rounded river stones and line them all up and make a street out of it. You do not want your horse and cart is not going to go down that well. Just saying.
Remember when I told on the show, I just looked at a video of the Queen. She just had the Jubilee.
Uh-huh.
And she was saying that she got into these horse carriage to go around the town, and the town it's brick. It's not cobblestone. It's just brick, and it was like crazy ride, so bumpy, so crazy, but it was just straight. Imagine with cobblestone.
No way.
It would be like, what a ride. You know?
Absolutely, yeah. It makes no sense at all. Look at all this melt.
Yeah, this is what I was showing. Look at this. Look at this brick. Just halfway there, halfway to stone. You can see it up there.
Yeah, you can really see it there.
Yeah. Why would you do that? Do this if you can, like, carve rock and do stone? You wouldn't leave this up there, you know. Never. Something happened to the bricks. But like I said in the chat, I don't know which one, but the closest thing we have to this thing is the experiment of John Hutchison. If anyone want to go see it.
Yes, the John Hutchison effect. Yes,
Right.
and what he does with metal.
Exactly.
Yeah.
He could turn metal into liquid and liquid into solid.
Hutchison. It was Hutchison. I said Hutchison. Sorry, it's John Hutchison.
Yeah, Hutchison. And he could turn
like what? John Levy, John Levi, John Hutchison, John Hutchison.
Yeah,
I don't know, dude. I'm from Philly and I'm Italian. I say things a little weird sometimes.
Yeah.
And I have an abscessed tooth that's hurting me a little bit right now.
Because I can't feel anything anymore. Just with the frequencies.
Exactly.
He just worked with frequencies, and he didn't even know what he was doing. That's why we don't have like a written thing on how to do it. He just tried something, and he
heat is a frequency, by the way.
Yeah. Everything is a frequency.
Yeah.
Songs, the way we talk.
Absolutely, our thoughts even have frequency. Yeah. Look at this here. Underneath this road, you have like a building, a part of a lintel there, some brick holding it up. Right next to the writing there, there's a little bit of writing. Keep going down a little. Right there, there's a little bit of brick there holding up that. Yeah, there you go. You were just on it right there.
Yes. You can see it turn. You can see it like this is all nice bricks turning to mangled bricks. Nice, even mangled. I don't know why, but this has happened on a lot of buildings and castle that the ridges that doesn't get affected like arches.
Right.
But look at this part, you know.
Yep. We have 75 people here. I can't believe it. That's the most I've had in a long time.
Nice. It's been
a long time.
Yeah.
Guys, I have my PayPal and my Cash App pinned in the chat. I'm trying to get out there to visit Ceiling Fan Man, and my goal is $400, and that would be half my ticket price. I'll be able to cover the rest. So if anybody wants to help me reach that goal,
that would
be greatly appreciated. Yeah. And get my ticket booked.
Yeah. But look at this, Jen. What is this bridge doing there, you know?
Yeah, and where's that going?
This corner building.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, that's all building. That could have been like even like amphitheater kind of looking in here.
But today
not so much.
Yeah.
All right, I'll eat some raw garlic and love it. I have clove oil. It's just my gum is starting to get a little irritated and sensitive feeling. I'm gonna have to get off here soon.
Yeah,
I gotta get it pulled out tomorrow. Maybe they won't pull it because I still think I'm fighting this infection. So, because I have like 15 more antibiotics I got to take, and I only seen her. When did I see her? A couple days ago, a few days back. I don't remember what day it was now.
yeah. I wasn't even sure to be on this show tonight because I had like pain, not pain, but
Irritation.
I wasn't feeling too great, but I drink a whole bottle of wine, so I don't feel anything anymore. So.
You feel no pain now.
No.
I remember the first time I drank wine. I was about, I don't know, 17 or something, and I had a lot of it. I was hanging out with a friend, and man, I had the worst fucking headache the next day.
Yeah, maybe tomorrow I will regret it, but and right now I don't.
Right now, you're good.
Yeah, this one is great, John. Because,
Yeah, you can really see that melt down there.
Yeah, you can see like the transition from the top part to the bottom part. Again, what?
I'm also going to try to get Martin Ledig on my show here soon too, as well. Shapu, I want you to join me when I get him on here.
Yeah, that would be great. I love Martin because he's the one that he got me to investigating all of this, you know, because when he does his show and he doesn't really explain anything, he just show things. So I just looked up all of the thing that he showed, and wow, and there's something there. So I started investigating, and
yeah, I was really into the Antiquitech. When I started watching him, he was really covering a lot of that stuff, and then of course mud flood stuff and everything. But the Antiquitech really got me. I was all over that stuff, and then I started finding the Antiquitech in the graveyards. I'm like, oh, there's something to these graveyards here. They can't be what they're telling us either. And why is there an overabundance of obelisks sitting in graveyards?
Yeah,
because I think they were all sitting somewhere else and they moved them there. That's my opinion. Slapped the plaque on them, made it a memorial to Wilson or whoever.
Later, one it's got to go. So, thanks, Juan.
Thanks, Juan. Love you.
Did you show the picture of all the people with the new shirts? Juan.
Yeah. I sent that to him and everything, but I do want to show the other picture, the 3 different shirts. That's something I got to show in a little bit. I'll just have you show it since you already have it.
All right, that's what I thought.
Yeah, I figured you thought that.
But look at this place. Imagine why?
Yeah, exactly. Just like James had said, if you could carve all this stuff, why wouldn't you carve this out and make this look nice and pretty just like the rest of the stuff?
Yeah. Exactly. And there's no need to build like a big brick wall there. There's no...
In the middle of the melt. Yeah, let's just slap a brick wall right here.
See? There's no wall. There's no windows. No doors. Just a brick wall. Yeah. And there's no need. We know here that it was because something melted over it and changed it. The frequency just hit it, right here.
Absolutely.
Why would you leave this big rock there? There's no need for it.
No bueno.
I just saw it, but look at this. These 2 holes right there. Why? Yeah. Why? What is that? No human would do that.
If this would have melted down more, we would have a Cappadocia situation here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
And it's got that gray matter, that gray matter that's running down, rolling over everything, kind of like you see in the Myra tombs.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. And I showed you like the shingles, the rock shingles that they put on top of the roofs. You know, maybe that's what they all had here. Not today, but back then.
What's this mean, Daryl? Daryl typed this in. Look at the comment on the screen. What does this mean, this word here? Is this something that he was referring to that you were pointing at on the screen?
What?
What's this word here? I don't know what it means. And Isabella Morgan is agreeing with him. So I'm just trying to figure out what this word is. I haven't looked it up.
Oh, Spelantis?
Spelantis?
Spelantis? Yeah. No.
The
No.
way you're saying it is so funny. You're like Spelantis.
Spelantis. No, I don't know.
Oh my gosh. Spelantis. Maybe he's meaning Atlantis, but it's Spelantis. Daryl, type in the chat what you mean by this.
No idea.
I have no idea.
Motherfucker.
But yeah, like what would you have these? You know, this is just the other side of the canyon of this place. This is what is Spelantis. This is what it
Toothache
is.
plant for your tooth. Is it for your tooth? It's putting that in my mouth. Oh my god, we got a nude bot in here. Guys, get this bot out of my chat.
Oh, hey, they are everywhere.
Yeah, what's up with these things all of a sudden? They just show up everywhere. Thank you, Melanie. You're on it, girl. You get a gold star tonight.
Oh, Melanie. Doesn't fuck with
Melanie's like, yeah, this is melted as fuck. This actually looks like grease. Grease looks like this everywhere.
Yeah.
Been all around the world, baby.
Yeah, because this is the first time I made a comparison of this place. I wrote Greece, and I don't know why, because this is Italy. But someone showed, no, this is Italy. No, this is Greece. And I look it up. No, oh shit. why did I write? I wrote Greece.
All the fact checkers will be out there like, look, he's wrong.
Yeah.
This is Italy, not Greece.
That's what they do. Yeah. You got something wrong, they're all
A
over it.
mistake is only a mistake if it's left uncorrected. I believe JFK said that.
Oh, yeah, JFK. You did a lot of things about JFK, and it was great. I can't believe they all pulled all of your interviews with that you did, that you called all these people, and the interviews you did with JFK, man. Oh.
Yeah, that was all on my first channel.
Yeah.
I still have I did some compilation videos where I put it all together, and you could just hear me asking the question and people giving me the answers. And then I have the ones for the retired military and stuff. Yeah. But I don't have all of them. A lot got lost.
This is when I start to listen to you back then, like what, 6, 7, I can't even remember.
7 channels ago, 6 channels ago.
Yeah, 7,000 years ago.
I can't even keep track anymore. They knock me down, I just keep getting back up.
Yeah. But you can see here, this is the lower part of it. But you can see all the blocks, bricks, whatever you call them,
yeah, it's carved, and then there's brick, and then it's carved some more, and then we have to put some more brick in.
But this place is amazing. It's unbelievable. They probably all the people that lives there, because I think people still live there.
Mm-hmm.
They should know. They should know something is up. You know. What do you think, Beth? If you live there, wouldn't you question what's going on?
Exactly. Unless they're already taught whatever the historical
Yeah.
narrative was at an early age and stuff, and they're invading armies. We had to carve all this stuff, in medieval times or whatever the fuck. I don't know.
Yeah. Look at this.
The layering, yeah, there it is. Terracing.
Terracing.
Well, listen, Chapu, I really got to get going here. But I do want to show that picture before we go. But the shirts.
Yes.
And I want to thank everybody for hanging out with us. I see DJ's here. Girl, I don't know if you're late or not, or if you've been listening this whole time. If you're late, you got to rewind. We showed a lot of stuff. We had Mark on the first part, so it was a lot of fun. And Chapu's channel is linked below in the description, guys, underneath this live stream. Please sub and bell his channel. And, there you go. Okay, guys, so, if you just donate $40 or more, I send you a shirt as my way of saying thank you. And I had the Meltology 101 shirt, which is what Chapu has on. Steve Fennerin is sporting his Meltology definition shirt. And I also have the one I'm wearing tonight, which is Jackwagon Free Zone. So if anybody's interested in one of these types of shirts, please leave your email, your shirt size, and your address in the donor comment box, and I will make sure I get one sent out to you.
Yeah, these two, and I just want to show the picture of all of them. Why is it?
Yeah, I just sent it to Juan too. Let me just send it back to you, and you'll have it straight first up in your stuff.
Is it the one with one? No, one is not
There
in
it is.
there.
Yeah, the one I just sent you has one in it. So we have about 15 people now who have the shirts, guys. There's a couple people who haven't sent me pictures yet, but here we have 12 people now.
Yes.
Yeah, 12 people. Steffi and Juan are the latest additions to this photo collage.
Juan, Melanie, Deborah, Mrs.
Jeannie.
Jeannie, CFM.
That's Kevin, and then Patty. Yeah.
Patty,
Steve,
your son, and you.
UTV, yes.
Yeah. Nice.
Yeah, it's getting around, guys. I love it. This is awesome. I'm just so excited to see everybody wearing their shirts and proud to wear it and open to this level of truth, because this is some next level truth right here.
Yeah.
And let me get off this screen share. Take this down. Here we go.
Yeah.
So I'm wearing my shirt right now, Jackwagon Free Zone. It's a nice light shirt, just like the shirt that Chapu has. And you like the material; it's nice and light.
Yeah.
And it's black. It's not going to fade or nothing. And like I said, it's a nice light material. I have hot flashes, so I don't like to wear anything too thick or anything like that. So it's very comfortable, true to size. I'm wearing a medium right now. Fits me pretty good. I mean, it's a little tight, but I'm not doing a large.
Yeah, I usually wear small because I like tight shirts. This is a small right now, but the medium is still good.
The medium fits good. I like the medium, and it's men's and women's sizes. It's like unisex, whatever they call that, but they fit really well. So can we put the? We already took the picture down. So anyway, yes, it's these 3 shirts, and I am going to be showing another shirt maybe next week. And that shirt says, just like this, in white, it says still, and then in red, it says not, and then in white, it says sick. So it says still not sick. And I wore that shirt the other day when we went out. It was last weekend I had it on, excuse me. We went out shopping and stuff. I had to go to Walmart, and I had the shirt on. And I had so many people telling me they liked my shirt because it said still not sick on it. So that was pretty cool.
Yeah.
And I love you guys. Thank you so much for hanging out, everybody. If you can donate, that's great. If you can't, that's okay too. But I am trying to get out to see Ceiling Fan Man, hopefully by the end of September. If I have to push it till October to save up more money, that's what I'll do. But I'm definitely going out there one way or another. And I would really appreciate it if you guys could help me get there, because it would be amazing. I wish the ticket prices weren't so high right now, but unfortunately they are. And I don't know if it's ever going to go back down again. So I just need to jump on it when I can. And you guys will be the first to know when I hit my goal. I love you guys so much. Thank you. Shapu, you got any closing words or comments?
Except for thank you everyone in the chat for being here and listening to us right now. And
well, we're going to go out with a song tonight. Let's see here. What do we want to do? What do we want to do tonight? So many to pick from. All right, we're going to go out with a song. Guys, let it not be said that we stood by and did nothing. Shapu, I love you. Thank you so much. And we are out of here.
thank you, Jen.
Every single day we're being led astray and lied to. I don't think there's anyone that hates it more than I do. Trapped inside the system and I'm caught up in the struggle. One day I hope to see the light at the end of the tunnel. I feel like I'm alone and no one knows the things I know. There's nobody to talk to and there's nowhere I can go. Trapped inside the system and I'm caught up in the struggle. One day I hope to see the light at the end of the tunnel.
We the sheeple, hear no, see no, and speak no evil. We get lied to so much, it seems normal to be deceitful. We'll never be treated equal, and I wanna know why. Rich people start all the wars, but only poor people die. Just take a look, it's so easy to see the system is rigged by degenerate pigs targeting our innocent kids. They start programming you just as soon as you exit the womb. Now money is your god,
You must obey and consume.
always practice conformity, stay within the majority. Never think for yourself and do not question authority. Man, I still can't even believe this is the way that they have us. I'm taking my chances, I have to try and wake up the masses. Can't get away from the madness, but still I'm trying my best. And as long as I'm still alive, I will fight till the death. Because we cannot let this be the end. It's now or never, sink or swim. The time has come for the great awakening.
Never sleep again. Every single day we're being led astray and lied to. I don't think there's anyone that hates it more than I do. Trapped inside the system and I'm caught up in the struggle. One day I hope to see the light at the end of the tunnel. I feel like I'm alone and no one knows the things I know. There's nobody to talk to and there's nowhere I can go. Trapped inside the system and I'm caught up in the struggle. One day I hope to see the light at the end of the tunnel.
Listen, I woke up with a fever today. Sick of the fact people believe everything that this evil media say. Morality has been deleted away. Zionist heathens display that they're the predators who see us as prey. Transparency is what they need to purvey. They even have us thinking that eating a fruit that has no seed is okay. Victims of greed and impeded by hate. The glaring question is, how can we get to God if Satan's leading the way? Ravenous witches, scientists with moral character glitches, preparing malicious conditions and sick narrative switches. The elite is wearing his privilege as he battles for riches, while the lower classes carry out the establishment's wishes. The portrayal of their intentions is unfair and fictitious, acting suspicious. Undercover agents snapping your pictures, suggestive messages embedded in the movies to trick us. Music and advertisement slickness plus remixture of scriptures. Come on.
Every single day we're being led astray and lied to. I don't think there's anyone that hates it more than I do. Trapped inside the system and I'm caught up in the struggle. One day I hope to see the light at the end of the tunnel. I feel like I'm alone and no one knows the things I know. There's nobody to talk to and there's nowhere I can go. Trapped inside the system and I'm caught up in the struggle. One day I hope to see the light at the end of the tunnel.
It's 2019, but but it feels more like 1984. Our rights are fading away, every day they're taking more. It's time to stand and take action, what are we waiting for? They're waging war on humanity, this we can't ignore. My brain is sore from all the lies that they constantly feed us. Elitists that follow the phoenix can swallow a penis, and we're not gonna stop until we know all of your secrets. The Bible says in our final days our knowledge increases.
That is exactly what's happening now on this challenging road that we're traveling down. We have to get rowdy, we have to get loud and keep spreading the truth and just pass it around. You work like a slave and you live in a loop. They're turning your sky into chemical soup. I'm always watching these videos, often like Richie from Boston, to give me the scoop. Waking the world up, dispensing the truth like a doctor that's handing out red pills to everyone. What in the world are they spraying up there in the air? It's aluminum, lithium, barium. Nobody notices, nobody cares. Everyone's greedy and nobody shares. I wanna help you, you'll be in my prayers, but now we must separate wheat from the tares.
Every single day